Chevrolet.com. Text line at 877-396-W105. Brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Online at amigo-machinery.com. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook video feed brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
May 10th is National Shrimp Day.
I love shrimp.
Favorite seafood?
Shrimp kebabs.
Shrimp.
There's pineapple shrimp.
Shrimp.
Lemon shrimp.
We eat more shrimp than any other seafood.
Coconut shrimp.
We are celebrating National Shrimp Day.
Pepper shrimp.
Shrimp. I want to get the shrimp. Oh, shrimp. Something shrimp. Shrimp.
So Friday, Will, I have 3 doctor's appointments in the city. I'm hoping to make it back for the show that night. Of course, my nights are your morning. But I got 3 doctor's appointments, and I need to get clothes. I've got 1 pair of pants that actually fit. We went and bought clothes Saturday, and there were no dressing rooms. And I'm like, I'll get down to my underwear. I don't care. Wife, no, just take them. And 3, I got 1 that fit. So I'm in deep doo-doo. No clothes to wear. So I'm in.
Why are you gonna go to this doctor? Who cares? They're gonna unclothe you anyway, ain't they?
Tom, why would they unclothe me when I don't think it's that type of doctor?
And Tom has never had any clothes that fit anyway, so he can't relate.
You're right about that. Yeah, the clothes never fit you. So, but I'm probably down. I'm serious. A 30 waist. Serious.
What were you before the accident?
I look 32.
Oh.
I look terrible. This is a medium T-shirt that I have on right now. I haven't wore a medium T-shirt since I was in the 10th grade.
Get out of town.
Serious, Tom. This is a medium T-shirt that I got on. This is my wife's T-shirt. But I had a massage lady come today, and she actually did me some good. So hopefully, she actually moved the broken rib a little bit, put it back in place, and got my back and my neck, and kind of massaged the collarbone and the shoulder. So I'm hoping I'm ready to go. But Tom, don't ever get in an accident.
No. Well,
you could not man up to take it. You'd actually call David Trujillo to come take the pain for you.
I would.
Think you can come over and take the pain for me?
You're my buddy.
Please. All right, we got a lot of things to get to this morning. Today is Bike to Work Day, Clean Up Your Room Day, Donate Day, Donate a Day's Wages Day to charity. Tom, have you ever taken a day of your wages and donated to charity?
No.
I didn't think so. National Lipid Day, National Root Canal Appreciation Day. Look, when the root canal was going on, you're not very appreciative, but the pain goes away. So we have to be appreciative to it. National School Nurses Day, National Shrimp Day, National Third Shift Day. Tom, what is the third shift?
Third shift, the grave shift.
And Trust Your Intuition Day going on. And the question of the day this morning being brought to you by our buddies at Lovington Auto Parts is Teacher Appreciation Day. Tell us about your favorite teacher.
Ooh, good.
And, of course, Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. Find them Avenue D and Lovington. If you're watching on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Twitch and anywhere else, that's being brought to you by Desert Sands, NM.com. Desert Sands Water Roll. Mention B in the Breakfast Club and get that discount. And, of course, broadcasting from inside the end of the Mountain God studio and powered by our buddies at Carlsbad Chevy. Text line open 877-396-W105 being brought to you by Bill at Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Find out more information at amigo-machinery.com. Donald Trump found guilty yesterday. Tom, what does this mean?
I don't see why. Nothing, really. No, it was just a civil lawsuit. That's all that was.
So what was he found guilty of?
Well, supposedly he was found responsible for allegedly not raping her, but sexually something about her. And then
It's a sexual assault. Now, look, sexual assault I'm going to be honest. I could be charged with sexual assault for saying, damn, girl.
right.
Damn. I'm just saying that bootay look really you could be charged with sexual assault to a certain degree.
And then
Slapping a woman on her backside.
yeah. And then
I mean, there are multiple degrees of sexual assault. I have a couple cuts coming up, and this woman will be paid.
$5 million.
He'll have to pay a total of $5 million. And Trump says he doesn't even know who this woman is.
That's right.
And the case dates back to 1996. See, that's part of the problem. Where are the statute of limitations on any of these cases? 1996.
27 years ago.
Wow. It's been a while.
Whatever happened to having to have proof?
Right.
There's zero proof. It's his word against her word. And, of course, jury in New York City.
He wasn't going to get a fair trial there.
Well, is there any validation that he was even at this place at the same time?
I mean, who knows what they were doing in 1996? Damn, I'm going to be honest. You asked me last year what I was doing. I'm going to go, oh. Hell, you asked Tom yesterday what he was doing.
Yeah.
That's a long time to wait. Look, am I a person that goes against anybody that assaults women? Yes. It just seems kind of skeptical that maybe you.
So the first 4 years he was president,
No.
no word about this, right?
Mm-mm.
This is all stemming from a book that she wrote.
Right.
And somebody said, well, you ought to bring charges against him.
She should have 1996 if it happened.
If it happened in 1996, she should have done it in 1996.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of men that probably could be charged with sexual assault. I mean, nowadays, you can go in the office, true story, and tell a coworker who's wearing a very short miniskirt that, damn, that looks great on you. Oh, let me change that. A sweater. You know, it's sweater, it's cold, and you could say, that sweater looks great on you. I mean, you could say, did your mom and dad raise you? You came from a good family? And they say, yeah, I came from a great family. Didn't they teach you not to point? And that's sexual assault.
Ooh.
That could be conceived. So we don't know what type of sexual assault this is. All we know it's sexual assault. Is it a felony? I don't know. I tried reading up on it this morning. I don't know. If somebody has heard, please, I would love to hear from you. Mother's Day coming up on Sunday. Lowe's is giving away free flowers. So if you want to show how special your mom is, or how raging cheap bastards you are, get to Lowe's and get those flowers. Yeah, offer is good while supplies last and requires a pre-registration, which closes May 12th. Get your flowers from Lowe's and say how much you really love your mom. Yeah. Or do like a lot of folks, just go to the Allsups and get your flowers at Allsups the day of. Ghostwriter for Prince Harry says the book that they were writing together called Spare says he was pretty exasperating to work with because he's a royal. He said he didn't think they would finish the book. He thought he would be fired, but they finished it. And he said because Harry, of course, is only cut out from everybody else's life that's in his immediate family. So they finished the book. Can't wait to read that, say not. And in that unprecedented verdict against former President Donald Trump. Manhattan federal jury yesterday found Donald Trump responsible for sexually abusing writer E. Jean Carroll in 1996 and then defaming her by denying the claims. $5 million in total damages.
So
I got to figure out this damn alarm that keeps going off. I'm serious. By God, I didn't set the damn alarm, but thank you so much for being part of the show. And Joe Cap. Okay, go ahead, Will.
Well, one of the texters says, if these charges or allegations were against someone else besides Trump, would y'all defend him like Trump? Absolutely. If it was from 1996 and we had no witnesses, we had no proof, they just came out of the blue, and there again, do you think the media do you think the media and law enforcement and a political party has an agenda against Trump? Look, if they went after Biden with an ounce of the effort that they have against Trump, with the overwhelming amount of proof, the dude wouldn't be able to be in office right now.
By the way, today's the day. Today is the day. Tom, you remember Joe Cap?
Quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, also a senator as well.
Joe Cap, quarterback of the Vikings.
No, but he started his career in Buffalo.
I love when that happens. Took the Vikings to the 1970 Super Bowl.
1974.
And once threw 7 passes in one game. And back in the day, that's huge. 7 passes in one game.
Right.
Passed away. He was 85 years old. And I'm looking back on his career. And so he played for Buffalo, did he?
Yep.
Are you going to stick to that story?
I am. And then they traded him to the Vikings.
By the way, born in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Really?
In 1939. Yeah.
Wow.
So as a player, what team did you say he played for?
Played for the Vikings.
No. The other one. I said the Vikings.
Oh, the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. Well, incorrect.
Whoa. Did he play for
according
the
to Wikipedia, did not play for Buffalo.
Who did he play for?
And played for California, went to college in California.
Stanford, I believe.
And as a player, played for Washington, Calgary, BC Lions, the Boston Patriots, and Minnesota Vikings.
No.
And by the way,
they left Buffalo out. I'm telling you, he played for Buffalo.
And yeah, Wikipedia, I'm not saying they're always right, but I'm saying that you're wrong a whole bunch.
I was going to say, let's see. Even with Wikipedia, I tend to believe them a little over Tom.
And when it comes to his political career, you're wrong about that too. So congratulations.
He sure was. He was a senator, a Republican senator. Sure was.
Congratulations. Wrong again.
Oh, Joe Cap. I'm thinking Joe Kemp. I'm sorry.
Dude, you just pulled stuff out
it's a total different dude.
Yes,
but I'm very adamant about it. Very adamant about it.
Absolutely right.
Very, very adamant about it.
I don't remember his name. I got his name wrong, but I'm sure.
I'm damn sure right.
Cross.
I'm damn sure right. I really don't understand why we have a red flag warning in effect. I'll get to that. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Camp of the Tall Pines. Beautiful Mayhill, New Mexico. Get up there right now or this summer for the beautiful time at Camp of the Tall Pines. Go to the website and check out everything they have to offer, all the improvements, cozy cabins, RV hookups, the glamping tents, and more. In fact, I told the wife when we get back home, we're going to go for a weekend to Camp of the Tall Pines. We're going to go to experience. She wants to go glamping. So we're going to give her that opportunity to go glamping. And so, and it's always cool up there at night, so I don't have to worry about air conditioning. 575-687-4101 CampTallPines.com for more information. Follow them on Facebook. You're wondering about things for the kids to do. There's lots of things for the kids to do. There's lots of things for you to do. Disc golf, 18 holes, high ropes, low ropes, mountain biking, and more. I don't understand why we have a red flag warning in effect. How does that work when the winds are only going to be gusting up to about 25 miles an hour? Isolated showers, 10% chance of rain this afternoon, high getting up to 92. Severe weather tonight, 30% chance of rain, and maybe winds getting up to about 20 to 25 miles an hour. 55 the overnight low, sunny for your Thursday and 84, and then the rain comes back Friday afternoon and the Friday night, and severe weather in the forecast on Saturday. Check of the weather being brought to you by Iron River Inspection, ironriverinspection.com. These guys are the company to call. Pipeline inspection, when it comes to facility inspection, safety training, consulting, and more. Mike and Matt, second-generation pipeliners themselves, and they have put together the best team in Southeast New Mexico. Don't believe me? Go to the website, ironriverinspection.com. How do they decide if it's going to be a red flag warning or not? What is the criteria? I'm being honest, I don't know.
It has to do with low humidity. It has to do with high winds and high temperature and fire danger. All together, they'll typically throw in a red flag warning if there's all of those things together. Gotcha.
So I was like, the wind is not going to be the issue. All right, no agreement on the debt ceiling yesterday. Kevin McCarthy and Joe Biden met, and McCarthy walked away and said, we got a deal. We actually cut spending. I see some vets upset with the House Republican deal because they said it could possibly cut VA benefits. I would have a hard time believing that if it wasn't posted up by one of these activist groups. And a malware network taken down yesterday, Justice Department announced that they disrupted a snake malware network used in Russia for more than 2 decades, and they actually disrupted the malware. And Tom, what is malware?
Malware is something you don't want your computers to get.
Well, at least you know that. God bless you. What do you have to do to keep from getting that?
Get into some websites you shouldn't, and that little virus can sneak in at any time.
Well, we're glad you finally learned.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to talk about something going on in schools, not just Alamogordo or Roswell. It's pretty much all schools.
It's all schools, and pretty much every school in Southeast New Mexico has sent out an alert on this.
Yeah.
We got the one, I think, first from Alamogordo,
but
that was because of my kids and some other stuff. But there's, Hobbs PD, Artesia PD, Lovington PD this morning.
Chaves County.
There's been a bunch.
Yeah, the threat is part of it's a Snapchat threat claiming that May 10th today at a unspecified school in unspecified cities there will be threats. By the way, Alamogordo School first came out and said no reported threat in their area. There are a lot of people that are saying they're not sending their kids to school. And look, I'm not going to say that's right or wrong, but when we do that, the people win that sent out these malicious threats. And I get it. You don't want harm to be done to your kids. I hope to God that they can trace the IP and figure out who the hell it is and do damage to them. So it's just not at your school districts. It's all over the place. All right. I'm going to talk about Mexico's president calling Florida anti-immigration bill. I'll tell you what he said. And Buddy Holly walks away with the crown. And Chaves County Sheriff made some arrests yesterday in connection with a gun at a carnival.
Yep.
I'll talk about that. And Gavin Newsom declined to back reparation. Finally came out and made a stance on reparations. Only reason he's doing this, he's going to run for president. And the Nashville court demands coveted school shooters unredacted writing. Yeah, we still don't have this manifesto yet. They're trying to keep it from people. Well, now they have been taken to court. We'll get to those stories coming up next. We've got the tweet of the day up next. You got to listen to this on a day that things could be handed down against the Bidens, specifically Hunter Biden. 628, Tom's in charge. What's up?
All right, so Oldfield Liberal is chiming in this morning. He says,
Let's go.
Of course the Filipino DJ doesn't understand about a red flag warning in southeast New Mexico when he deserted the USA.
I deserted that. By the way, I'll be back June 14th. So, I said I didn't understand the criteria. I've lived in New Mexico a long, long time. And by the way, I haven't been a DJ in a long time. See, a DJ plays records. How many records do I play on this show? Oh, proving again, uneducated and low IQ. Thank you. 628. What else you got?
And Trump was brought to our lives so we could see what happens when you're a free thinker and see things clear as water. Globalists don't like a free thinker. So he says, shame on that jury. How can they judge guilty on hearsay from 20 years ago, says the text. Obviously they have. And hey, B, speaking of Alsom's, Tom A was trying to scam the clerk for an extra burrito by telling her, hey, do you know I'm Tom A?
Hey, you know who I am. I've actually heard the whole swagger.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know who I am, huh? Hey.
The whole time people are looking at him like, no.
I'm Tom A.
Well,
and every one of them say, you look thinner. You sound thinner on the radio.
I do. So I was at a restaurant. I won't say where it was the other day. And she says, so you're by yourself? I said, yes, ma'am. He said, oh, I know. Could you seat me somewhere, out of the way? She says, oh, yeah, they take pictures of you. I said, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And then they sent me a picture of you.
I could see it happening. No doubt.
Just start.
All right. Thought for the day this morning being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. 35 years serving Southeast New Mexico. Quality products. Great service. Boom or bust. They are there for you. Wendell Wakefield started Wakefield Oil back in the day. And, to this day, his boys continue to carry on the legacy. Giving great customer service. Giving awesome customer service. Boom or bust in the patch. That's what he does. So give them a call. Go to the website, wakefieldOil.com. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. And by the way, I got to give kudos. Thought for the day, I stole it from Rick Serrano. Rick had a great one this morning. Here we go. Stop having baby gender reveal parties and start having baby reveal daddy parties. Please.
Right.
There you go. I got to get to the tweet of the day being brought to you by Hobbs Airfield Speedway. Our buddy Jamal, give him a call today and find out about the big races this weekend, Friday and Saturday. 575-631-5099. Go to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Find out what is going on. Want to find out results from the previous weekend? You can do that on those social media sites. Limpy is back this coming weekend. They're going to be racing Friday, the TNT, Saturday, the back half race, small tire, true tire, also the daily driver, run what you brung it, tailgate, and more, and the Godfather of street racing. Limpy is back this weekend in Hobbs Airfield Speedway, proud sponsor, of course, of the tweet of the day. Juan Williams from Fox and old Newt went at it about Hunter Biden. This is pretty interesting. Well, it was interesting What the heck is going on with my cut? Are you guys hearing any of this?
No.
Just a
In the
little bit.
background.
Background.
Tom, yes. In the background, we could hear it playing, but we can't actually hear it.
It worked earlier when I did them. I see why it's not working.
Ukraine and served in a board about which he knew nothing. He got a lot of money from China in reality.
Let me start it over. Here we go. Sorry about that. I was, evidently messing around with something. Here we go.
Vice President of the United States, through his son and his brother, was part of a process in which millions of dollars went to their family.
Newt says millions of flow. We don't have any reason to say that. We know Hunter Biden's an addict. We know he's an alcoholic. We know he's had sex addiction problems. We know he's not the son you would have. But Joe Biden has acted as a father trying to protect his son and trying to help his son.
There are facts. The widow of the Moscow mayor sent millions of dollars to Hunter Biden. He got money from Kazakhstan. He got money from Ukraine and served in a board about which he knew nothing. He got a lot of money from China, and it's a fact, Juan, that there were $3 million that has been disclosed that went to the Biden family from a Chinese billionaire.
You have a son, Joe Biden's son, Hunter, who might make some business deals. Newt describes this as millions flowing to the family, kind of amorphous. But I know specifically of $2 billion that went to Jared Kushner. Nobody's going to argue about that.
You can get into arguments about legality, illegality.
Yeah, one's a businessman and has been a businessman for years. The other one is a crackhead.
And let's just say legitimate businessman with legitimate business dealings and legitimate experience in certain things versus Hunter Biden. I'm sorry, what experience? Oh, he was selling access to his dad.
And by the way, when it all comes down, they never thought that these foreign entities would release the banking account information.
The proof?
Russia released it. China released it. And Ukraine actually released it too. Today's the day. Could be judgment day for you liberals. Should be interesting. 635 Morning Show being brought to you by State Representative District 61. Our buddy Randy Pettigrew reminding you that continuing the fight up there in Santa Fe. It was a tough time this last legislative session. Some of the things that Randy can stand on is that they were able to flip Democrats to actually win some key votes, and only one gun legislation passed. Could have been a lot worse because there were a total of 5. Randy standing up for Southeast New Mexico and our way of life, standing up for the oil patch, standing up for your gun rights. Randy Pettigrew. If you need help with any matter, go to the website randallpettigrew.com. Mexico's president calls Florida's new anti-immigration bill immoral. Immoral. And by the way, Ron DeSantis said, with all due respect, I really don't care what you think. Get your crap together in your country and then come back. You are a country that's defended on my country. So why should I actually ever have to listen to you? And new news coming up that Guatemalan's president has been trying to get in touch with Biden. 80,000 people crossing his border in Guatemala, heading to the United States. He was trying to give somebody an update on this. No call back. Like everything else, the phone has been turned off. No call back. Anybody find that troubling? That we got a president of a country trying to talk to our president and nobody is calling him back. Are we surprised? Because I'm not.
Wait,
we're going to take a break.
Go ahead. Somebody in the government doesn't return a phone call? Wait a minute. That just seems like my normal day.
You're 100% right about that.
Hey, B.
All right, we're going to talk about Westminster coming up next, and Gavin Newsom and the arrest that was made yesterday in Chaves County. 6:37, Tom.
Hey, B. The Rector report, according to a text Wreck just happened at 285 southbound lane just before Loving. Again, according to a text, wreck just happened 285 southbound lane just before Loving. I already contacted Matt Hutchinson with the Eddy County Sheriff's Department. He said, yes, the deputies are en route. And this report being brought to you by
Luke Ragsdale, Ragsdale Law Firm. Find out more information, ragsdalelawfirm.com for more info. Looks like Buddy Holly, a petite Basset, crowned the best of show at Westminster yesterday. Dog named Buddy, if I'm not mistaken. They named it, of course, after Buddy Holly.
Yeah.
3,000 dogs, 210 breeds took place, and Buddy took the prestigious Best in Show category. Chaves County Sheriff's deputies responded to a carnival located at 1600 North Grand Avenue in Roswell in reference to a subject with a gun. Currently, deputies have 5 juveniles detained and have located the AR-15 pistol on one of them. It's an ongoing investigation. Hopefully, we have more information. I'm just wondering. 15-year-olds can't buy ARs. How did they get this gun? I mean, we're going after the legal process. How does a 15-year-old get a gun? I have no idea. All right, Trump accuser. E. Jean Carroll. And I just got to say, I don't trust a whole lot of people that put letters in front of their first name. E. Jean Carroll. Here's what she said on CNN last night.
You don't feel like a victim.
I was not thrown on the ground and ravished, which the word rape carries so many sexual connotations. This was not sexual. It hurt.
But I think most people think of rape as it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Wait. What? Say. Go ahead. Say it again.
Assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Holy. What?
Let's take a short break.
Think of the fantasies.
We're going to take a quick break. If you can stick around, we'll talk more on the other side.
You're fascinating to talk to.
By the way, he was even blown away by what the hell did she just say?
Right.
So even she's saying that it wasn't that big a deal.
Right.
But it hurt.
Yeah. So
it hurt
here's
her feelings.
Yeah, it hurt.
I think she has rape fantasies, is what she just said.
It's exactly what she said. So here are the charges that were brought against Trump. Here are the charges that actually stuck.
Number 1, did Donald Trump rape E. Jean Carroll? The answer is no. This is the verdict. Yes to number 2, did Donald Trump sexually abuse Miss Carroll? The answer to that from the jury is yes. So no on rape, yes on sexually abused. We got to go down to number 4 on the jury form. Miss Carroll was injured as a result of Mr. Trump's conduct. The answer to that is yes. And they have awarded her $2 million. $2 million. The answer to was she injured as a result of Mr. Trump's conduct? Yes.
So a total of $5 million.
Yeah, $5 million
is what she will walk away with. A total of
what a scam. I mean, please, liberals, tell me how that's not a scam. I mean, some of these people that were texting and trying to defend this or criticizing us for defending Trump, look, if there was anybody else, even a Democrat, where the situation was exactly the same, I'd be like, no.
Well, let me ask you this much, because we don't know exactly what went down with the sexual assault.
Or sexual abuse. Was she sexually abused?
So when the governor of New Mexico grabs a man's genitalia, would that be sexual abuse?
I would have to say yes.
Oh, okay. So you bunch of hypocrites. Serious. And looks like the View's at it again. What's her name? Sunny Holstein. Oh, listen to this. This is great.
One, hungry, thirsty, and little to live for.
And that totally.
Where was the humanity of anyone that was on that train? I would have given him money. I would have tried to give him food. I would have tried to help. This is someone in need, in desperate need. And I am ashamed that someone that was part of our armed forces decided to become a vigilante and kill him.
Shut up.
And that's how I feel about it.
Shut up.
So he stepped in to protect people. So you know what? If this chick had been there, she'd have been grateful that someone stepped in and stopped him from hurting her.
He had already assaulted 2 people that morning.
Yep.
He had beat up an elderly woman, also beat up a young child. And here's the deal. If somebody is thirsty and hungry, there are plenty of places in this country to go get food and water. Plenty. And I'm sick and tired of family members.
There is no intent. He wasn't trying to kill this person.
No.
He was trying to subdue them.
Right. I'm sick and tired of family members after it's all said and done. Where were you when he was arrested 27 times? Where were you? Same thing with George Floyd family. They had kicked him out because he was a degenerate drug addict. But now you care. Now that the money's flowing in for the Floyd family.
Now that we can cash in on this cash cow.
Oh, they
hell
care.
Yeah.
Oh, they care. Governor Gavin Newsom declines to back reparation checks, saying the slave legacy is more than just cash payments. So Gavin Newsom, he is going to end up running for president of the United States. Yeah. And Nashville courts demand the Covenant school shooters unredacted writings. The manifesto, they want everything. Nashville police is not handing that over. We'll see what the court system has to say. And U.S. regulators spent nuclear fuel facility in New Mexico, close to our home. Tom, what was that ruling yesterday?
Well, Holtec got the approval for the license to go ahead with that facility yesterday. Now, the Lee County and Eddy County Energy Alliance is responsible for where that location will be, but it's on the Lee County side. But of course, you're going to have a lot of lawsuits still to come trying to force the government not to build that facility there. So
basically what they did, they took the Andrews facility and transferred the license.
Yep. So now
exactly what they did.
So now,
all right, we're going to take a break. 6:45. Price of Oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. Get in touch with them today. They have training programs like the SSIT program. If you ever supervised a frac crew, they want to teach you how to supervise and become a cementing supervisor. And if you've ever run a blender in the patch, you can become a cementing equipment operator and run one of their big trucks. Must have a Class A CDL and willing to work a lot of hours. You'll receive excellent pay, one of the best benefit packages in the industry. Housing's available if you need it. Spinnaker is equal opportunity employer, drug-free employer. Text Oilfield to 63566 for more information, or go to greatoilfieldjobs.com.
West Texas Intermediate checks in at $73.49. That's 30 cents down from 6 a.m. Brent crude at $77.19, 32 cents from 6 a.m. That's down. And then $2.24 for natural gas, sitting steady.
All right, still to come, AG Torres attempts to halt the Eunice lawsuit over the pro-abortion state law. We'll get to that. And the governor and Raul Torres, the attorney general, have issued a statement regarding that spent nuclear fuel site that I just talked about. We'll talk about that. Jury selection starts in the case of that little boy that died from meth overdose in Carlsbad. The mother and the grandmother standing trial, and the first baby box installed in Hobbs. We'll talk about that coming up in a second. Catch up with the text, Tom.
All right, so 915 Liberal is chiming in. She should have gotten more money out of that abusive AHOLE, says the texter. And another one says, you know what?
Haven't you ever had a guy that said you abused him?
And then before that, because he sent it so fast, Tom didn't see it, but 915's comment was, there you have it, guilty on sexual assault, yet you condone that. That's why this world is a mess. And
what? It's not sexual assault; it's sexual abuse.
Abuse, yeah.
And this was
what about
on
your governor grabbing a man.
Hearsay.
And by the way, there were actually witnesses in the room for that.
Yeah, no witnesses. For the governor was, not for Trump. Hearsay 20 years ago, no witnesses. Yeah, and we're just supposed to.
You know
accept,
what? You hypocrite.
She sounds like she's unhinged anyway.
She is a loony.
Even the CNN anchor's kind of like, oh, okay.
Well, this.
By the way, Kenny Goff just sent this in. Rollover on 285 north of Loving. About maybe 5 minutes ago, sent that in. Traffic update being brought to you by Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. Tom, if you can find out more information about that rollover on 285.
That may be the same accident, but I'll text Matthew again. And Buddy says sexual abuse is Monica Lewinsky, he says. And another texter says it was fentanyl the child died from. Kevin says this one texter.
Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't meth. It was fentanyl.
Yeah.
You're right. It was fentanyl.
Another, excuse me. Another one says you can steal food and water and not be in trouble in this country.
Look, we have so many giveaway programs where you can go get food and water. Instead of beating people up, how about this? Say, look, I really need some food and water. You know what? I'm down with that. I mean, if somebody, instead of begging for money, says I'm hungry and I need food and water, I'm down with that. I have no problem giving them food or water. None. Go ahead, Tom.
Well, I was waiting till you finish. So, by the way, the texter says...
I've been paused now for like 5 seconds.
Well, you pause for everything. So, Trump being found guilty, does that mean he won't be able to run for president?
No, I don't believe it's not a felony conviction.
No. Strictly
They
civil.
came up a little short.
Yeah.
And she said it hurt, so maybe, yeah. I was going to go somewhere with that, and then I pulled back and don't want to go there. All right, checking the weather quickly this morning. Red flag warning in effect, 10% chance of rain this afternoon. Should be sunny this morning up to about 92. 55 severe rain tonight, 55 the overnight low, severe rain tonight, sunny tomorrow on 84, and then Friday and through the weekend, the rain is back. Checking the weather being brought to you by AtlasMakeupMirror.com. Mother's Day, Sunday. You might have to stop and talk to Rebecca Long, 226 West Vega in Hobbs. Perfect gift for mother. Our perfect gift for the wife, our baby mama. She will love the gift of the Atlas Makeup Mirror. ×1, ×5, ×10 magnification, bright LED lights. Cool thing is this thing packs up and travels anywhere in the world. Comes with the traveling case, weighs less than 4 pounds. Go to the website, AtlasMakeupMirror.com. If you're buying it for graduation or something, you can order off the website. But Mother's Day is, we only got a couple more days. I don't know if they could ship it out in time. But call and talk to Rebecca this morning, 631-3189. Call her today. We'll talk about the baby box, first one installed in Hobbs. We'll also talk about the mother going on trial for the fentanyl overdose of her 12-year-old son. We've got lots of things to get to, including Joe Biden. Scolding reporters about he saved us billions of dollars. And Kevin McCarthy also talks about about what's going on. Are we going to get this thing done when it comes to the debt limit? We'll talk about that coming up next. News this morning being brought to you by Roadrunner Grill. Roadrunner Grill. Go have breakfast today inside the Best Western Pecos Inn. And if you want to order in advance, that number 575-748-3324. Maybe you want to treat everybody in the office to breakfast. They can accommodate that. Or maybe all the guys and gals on location and the patch. Yeah, they can handle that. Or maybe you want to do them to cater your next big event. Not a problem. 575-748-3324. And be listening. I'll tell you when the next time they're going to be having their buffets on Friday and that type of stuff. We will let you know. Roadrunner Grill inside the Best Western Pecos Inn. Check them out. Let's qualify folks for cash. News coming up next. We're being the Breakfast Club at 6:53.
Benny's West Store in Artesia Carlsbad presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money.
I want it now. Call in now. Win.
News brought to you by M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump Services in Lovington, owned, operated, and serving the community over 30 years. Call 575-390-4446.
Make M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump of Lovington your domestic well specialist. Owner-operated with 30-plus years of experience, specializing in complete water systems for new home construction, domestic well drilling, as well as replacement wells and servicing all makes and models of water systems, including variable speed drive and constant water pressure systems. Call M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump today at 575-390-4446. That's M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump. Hometown quality you can depend on.
MTD Radio News. I'm Joe Miller. Well, dozens of farmers from Socorro, Valencia, and Bernalillo counties, as well as the Isleta Pueblo, rode to Albuquerque on their tractor Monday to protest. They spoke out about how the Middle Rio Grande Conservancy district's being run. The farmers that made the trip said they rode up because they want a seat at the table when it comes to decisions about water and infrastructure that affect their livelihoods. Farmers said they made the slow trek to protest years of grievances and concerns, which they say have fallen on deaf ears. Brent Sullivan was 12 years old when he died from an overdose of fentanyl in 2021. It was a tragedy that rocked the Carlsbad community and led to charges filed against Sullivan's mother and grandmother, who authorities believe supplied the drug to the boy. His mother, 37-year-old Alexis Murray, was charged in the weeks following her son's death with a count each of child abuse resulting in death and child abuse not resulting in death. Investigators allege she illegally dealt fentanyl, making it available to her son before he was found dead in the backyard of his grandmother's property. A federal inmate who's also the suspect of the disappearance and apparent murder of a Roswell man 6 years ago will remain incarcerated at the Chavez County Detention Center while he awaits trial. The judge approved a motion to hold 35-year-old Alfonso Vasquez pending trial. The decision to grant the motion came after the May 3rd Google Meet hearing, where Vasquez's attorney waived the right to pretrial detention and preliminary hearings in the case. Vasquez charged in relation to the 2018 disappearance and apparent death of 39-year-old Freddie Bersane. And that's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so bad I just want to drive in the Indy 500 blindfolded? The Force, Earl. Use the Force. You know, this being May, it's time for my annual look at America's fascination with racing. We begin the month with big horse races. We end the month with big car races. And people always ask me, which of them is better? Well, number one, I always like to imagine myself in the middle of the action. And I can tell you right now, I couldn't ride a horse if you superglued my britches to the saddle. Then you watch them races on TV and you find out them dudes riding them horses, they weigh something like 58 pounds apiece. Let me tell you something, John Wayne looked a lot bigger in the movies than he must have looked in person. Well, first off, in car racing, if there's an unfortunate crash on the track, race officials do not have to go out to turn 3 and shoot the car. Now, race cars are built to lose a tire, do a triple loop-de-loop in midair, cartwheel over 3 or 4 of the cars, hit the ground, bust into flames, but keep on going. Generally speaking, your racing horses are not. Here's one I'm going to give to horse racing. Your jockeys do not race inside a horse. They sit on top, where we can watch what they're doing. A little bit more dangerous, a little bit more daring. I mean, you watch your Indy 500, you see the top of a little helmet sticking out. That's about it. Where is the danger and fan involvement in that? I say you put your Formula One seat on top of the car. Just think of it as a wider than normal motorcycle. Number 3, I like the fact that your horses start from a dead stop behind the gate. None of this pace lap garbage. I'd like to see NASCAR start races just like that. Some guy with a rope walking Kyle Busch in circles until he finally agreed to go in the gate. Wake up, old Murray Cool. And again, I do appreciate a finely tuned pit stop. So maybe if horses had to stop on the back stretch and pick, say, 4 new horseshoes while the guy, it also got a long pole and sponge wiping his nose, that'd be interesting. I'm Earl Pizza American Pizza.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17, in-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
DQ presents the sound of summer calling.
Hey, it's me, Summer. I know you're busy with Beach Days Little League games and all the other fun in the sun, but you gotta get to DQ ASAP Pronto. Right now, the new Summer Blizzard menu is here, and it brought 5 iconic summer flavors, like new peanut butter puppy chow and s'mores. Oh yeah, it's back. Oh, that's my other line. Everyone is pumped about this new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. I gotta go. See ya, DQ.
Get it in the app. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Summer is just around the corner. Make your home a place you can relax and entertain with help from Floors to Go. The National Flooring Extravaganza sale is going on now. Save on carpet as low as $1.99 a square foot, including pad and installation. Wood vinyl plank from $1.49 a square foot. Come shop the amazing selection and prices at Floors to Go, 2704 in North El Paso in Hobbs. Hurry, sale ends May 31st.
Here is your Liar Liar Pants on Fire update.
Guess what? 500 million people have watched what I've done out of my basement.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
The most annoying man in the history of planet Earth is on the air.
KWMW Maljamara 105.1 FM, better known as W105. We are beyond the Breakfast Club. According to a brand new study, 62% of families, offices have no interest in investing in cryptocurrency. 62% of people have no interest in investing in cryptocurrency. Yeah, they'd rather invest in something that's smarter than money and easier to run through a paper shredder. So that they'll put their money in that. And according to new research, humans may have arrived in the Americas up to 26,000 years ago, which is about 10,000 years earlier than they previously thought. And that's because they found out Joe Biden had come to America way, way, way before then. Pat Sajak's daughter, Maggie, is going to fill in for Vanna White, upcoming episode of Wheel of Fortune. I mean, she's a shoo-in for that job.
Have you seen the pictures?
No.
Is she?
Oh, holy potato chips. She puts even Vanna White to shame.
Get out.
Get out. Go look at the pictures on the news deal.
I will have to wait and check that out in a sec. CBS announced they're canceling SWAT. Then it changed its mind, so SWAT is back on. Glad you guys know what you're doing. And 21st season and the finale of Family Guy is Sunday night. Meg got married, and now the big question is, will she remain in Russia? Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry to be the spoiler. I guess I screwed that up for you. Damn.
Thanks a lot.
Good reference.
7:02, jury finds Donald Trump guilty of sexual assault and defamation. 1990 case. We've been talking about it. Found not guilty of rape.
I did a little research, and so this was originally a rape case. And even though she stated in the CNN interview that she was never raped, no kidding. But she originally had said it was rape. But apparently, she brought her lawsuit under the Adult Survivors Act, a New York law signed into 2022 that allowed victims of abuse a one-time opportunity to sue those responsible, even if the statute of limitations was up. Governor Kathy Hochul of New York said that Tuesday after the verdict, I was proud to sign the Adult Survivors Act so brave survivors like E. Jean Carroll could have their day in court.
Please.
Oh, yeah. Another big-time liberal. Thank you, Doug.
So Kathy Hochul, as late as 2022, signs a law that specifically would allow this pending lawsuit to happen. So, wow.
When did she first,
you want to talk about a
she
cabal?
First made reference, E. Jean Carroll first made reference to the rape in a book that she wrote. She's a writer. What was it 2020 she came up with this? I don't know. What year was it? I mean, because if it happened in 1996, is my point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and 915 is such an idiot. I hate to tell you, but says like there's a difference between sexual abuse and assault. Same thing, you idiots. Try explaining that to the victims.
Well, here's the difference, Will.
Dude, your face every time I see you assaults me. I mean, and next time I see you, I'll ask you if your face is hurting you. And you'll probably say no. And I say, well, it's hurting me. It hurts my eyes.
I did have a question.
Well, and let me get this in first because liberal 915 liberal says any comments? Yes. Now, the main difference between sexual assault and sexual abuse is that sexual assault occurs to adults and sexual abuse occurs to minors or children. Because he was calling us idiots.
But there's a whole different set of criteria when we're talking about a civil case.
Yes.
Because this is not a criminal case. This is a civil case. And it's not the same criteria. In fact, the jury had to go through like a whole big, like almost like a school of explaining what these charges and what they could actually charge them with. And even Trump's lawyers like, okay, this started out as a rape case. They couldn't prove rape, and so they just nailed him with whatever they thought they could get away with.
Okay, so here's the way it went down. Now, she is a fiction writer. In 2019, the defamation case, she brought forward the defamation case that she was in a department store dressing room.
Yep.
That's where it started. Trump is one of those guys lingering at the dressing room. Hey. That really looks good on you.
Billionaire.
She's not my
type. And so he raped her in a store dressing room. Have you ever been in a dressing room? I mean, they're not real private.
Open at the top and the bottom, typically.
Yeah. $5 million bucks. 2019, she brings it forward.
Nobody hears this goes on, or did she go mute? She couldn't holler for help?
Right.
My whole point, the thing I've been trying to get in here is to bear my soul on something.
Well, she said it. Now, Russ, she said it, though, before I let you talk. She said it. It was not like he raped me by throwing me to the ground.
He raped her by giving her a sharp look or a big glance or what? But I was going to bare my soul. I was going to bare my soul about this.
All right, go ahead.
Because I remember 20 years ago, and I actually know who 915 Liberal is. A lot of us do. And about 20 years ago, in that little parking spot bathroom out there at that little roadside park there in Seminole, when he accosted me and groped me while I was there at the bathroom. And I've been holding this in for 20 years now, and I want to bare my soul about it. And you know, I think I need to file suit on 915 Liberal for this attack against me. It's brought me such emotional pain for so long.
Oh, there's a problem, though. Well, I don't know, because New Mexico is pretty close to New York.
No, they are. But
you got me, 915 Liberal?
Yeah, that's the problem. All right, looks like lawsuit coming down. The Attorney General of New Mexico, of course, Raul Torres is attempting to halt the Eunice lawsuit against the AG and Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham over the passage of HB 7, a newly passed 2023 state law attempting to usurp the authority of the federal law upheld by the Federal Comstock Act. So, Tom, what do you think is going to happen with this Eunice lawsuit? And why would they try to halt the lawsuit?
I think
let it play out.
That's right. That's my opinion. Let it play out.
Let it play out. Let's see where it goes. Because if Eunice wins this, it will be a benchmark moment for other municipalities to do just the same. Oh, Will, hate to say it, right again. COVID-19 vaccine effectiveness dropped to nearly 0 within months of the study. Booster doses were also shown to lose effectiveness in a very short time. The effectiveness of the COVID-19 vaccines fell below 20% in a few months after the vaccination, with boosters having a shorter effective rate.
But people lost their jobs. People lost their businesses. People lost their families because, you're endangering these people because you're not getting vaccinated. They were demonized, but all of these different things, 20% or less.
But by the way, this is a combined 40-study estimate about vaccine effectiveness. Look, this came from the Epic Times this morning. Go check it out. Jury selection. I don't want to taint the jury. These people deserve everything they get. Well, maybe not. So jury selection starts for the mom charged with the 12-year-old overdoses death. Carlsbad women charged in that death. This kid had already overdosed, and they brought him back with Narcan. You know who else ought to be in trial? Child Protective Services. Child, youth, family, whatever the hell you want to call them. They ought to be being on trial because you put this kid and his siblings back into the hands of these addicted, degenerate drug addicts, the mother and the grandmother. He overdosed on the fentanyl. Jury selection began yesterday in the case of Alexis Smith. Her 12-year-old passed away. Brent Sullivan, he overdosed and died. Not his first time overdosing. Smith reportedly admitted that she and her boyfriend and the boy's grandmother, Kelly Smith, sold fentanyl, had fentanyl in the house. And the kid from time to time, had used fentanyl at 12 years old. Little Brent had stolen their stash. Kelly Smith has also been charged. That's the grandmother. By the way, this is the 4th time this kid had overdosed. When you're 12 years old and you've already overdosed 4 times, because I'm not even blaming the parents at this much, because the people that are supposed to protect you, CYFD, continue to put you back in that situation. I think CYFD ought to be on trial. I think the governor should be on trial. Yeah, I think the mother and grandmother should also be on trial. But who kept putting this kid back in that home? Pretty sad. It's someday we will learn that the most important thing is not putting the family together. Most important thing we can do is looking out for the best interest of the kids. Burns my britches. 712 morning show this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns. 1907 North Main in Roswell. Over 1,000 guns in stock, handguns, rifles, shotguns. They've got them all. Trade in the trade up. And ladies, they encourage you to go in there and get personal protection, lethal or non-lethal personal protection. Great staff, hardworking folks. And like I said, the largest gun dealer in southeast New Mexico. Over 1,000 guns in stock at any particular time. 1907 North Main in Roswell. Closed on Saturday, open on Sunday. Text line is open 713.
All right, so Hulk Weenie says, Trump could rape your wives or just hit it in general, and you guys would still be okay with it, says the texter.
I think he was found not guilty of rape charges.
Yep.
Look, if there was a credible witness and Trump had actually raped someone, I would be the first to call him out. That's not what happened here. There's zero proof. The whole thing, even the lady herself on CNN said, well, he didn't actually rape me.
And correct me if I'm wrong, she sounded bat blank crazy.
Sure.
She really did.
She
sounded like a Looney Tune.
Well, even like I said, when the interviewer was there, he was
Anderson Cooper. Even Anderson Cooper. And if anybody knows crazy, wasn't he Gloria Vanderbilt's son?
He is.
If anybody knows crazy, it's him. He worked with Dom Lemon all those years. He was like, oh, she's a little off her rocker. Just a tad.
The liberals are coming out of the woodwork today.
Oh, well, bring them out. Bring them out. Where's your governor's case when she groped a man?
Well, and one of the texters had said this earlier, and it was a great point. It said, so Biden gets a pass, but Trump found guilty with no witnesses? Yeah, you guys aren't hypocrites at all.
Well, and here's the deal. Every time Biden smells a kid, that's sexual abuse.
Yeah.
It's unwarranted. You think a kid wants to be sniffed by an old geriatric man? No. Did you just say B? Oh.
I said
Which who knows what that means?
Means people don't like being sniffed by Biden at all. This one texter says, so does Biden sniffing people count as sexual assault?
It could. Definitely could. All right, Joe Biden talking about billions. He got a little feisty.
Uh-oh.
The only way you get questions sent to Joe, but you have to yell at him. And so he goes on to say how much money they saved us. Oh, yeah, billions with a B, and he even spelled it. Tom, tell me if he spelled it right.
We cut the deficit by $160 billion. Billion, B-I-L-L-I-O-N, dollars on the Medicare deal.
Did he get the spelling right, Tom? Did he get that right?
At the end of it.
You got it. Joe Biden talking about he's been doing this for a long, long time after his meeting with Kevin McCarthy.
I've been doing this a long time. I don't mean budget negotiations for the debt ceiling. But sometimes, how can I say this? One of the ways in which senators or congresspersons are able to back off some of the things they've done is if they give their staff some leeway.
What?
And the staff has then said, well, we're going to do this, and it moves, it kicks the can down.
So the legislators shouldn't do their job. They should give it over to the staff to do. We know that's what you do.
Gibberish.
I had no idea what the hell that actually meant.
He didn't know what the hell he was trying to say.
No, and it's going down right now. Breaking news. Comer is laying out the wire payments that took place to the Biden family when he was vice president and the way they divvied it up. And Hunter Biden's best friend is about to go to jail and trying to make a last-minute deal with the feds. Oh, I bet he starts singing. Nobody wants to be thrown in jail with Big Bubba. Nobody. All right, taking out trash. We're going to get to that. But listen to Joe Biden reboot. Yeah, you know how the computer reboots? He did exactly just that. 717, being the Breakfast Club, we're W105.
Groundbreaking Asian Americans like Vera Wang and Joan Shingang, I'm going to pronounce it right, Shanga Koala. I think I pronounced it correctly. She can call me Joe Biden.
I mean, did you hear it? I mean, if you listen carefully, his brain actually rebooted. That's what you heard, the Microsoft deal. That was him. Whew. It was tough, though. Oh, wow. It was. Yeah, Kevin McCarthy talks about the meeting with Biden.
What are the odds of default now after this meeting, and what happens next?
Well, the House made sure we wouldn't have default because we raised the debt limit. Now the Senate hasn't done anything. Well, the Senate hasn't done anything. That would come down really to Chuck Schumer and the president. The House made sure we wouldn't default. We are ones who raised the debt limit. We've sent it to the Senate. We've sat with the president. I tried to for 97 days. He had said no. I think the only reason we are actually here today is because we passed something. But I hope you only got about 2 more weeks to try to get this done.
Now, I am not happy with part of the deal because it includes funding for unvetted funding for Ukraine. We just send Ukraine another $200 billion. I'm not happy with any of that. And if it does cut veteran funding, I'm not happy with that. But, we never, ever say that we're cutting welfare or money, that we're going to cut money that we give to foreigners or foreign governments. That never happens. All right, tax and then take it out trash next.
You know, Tom, I remember seeing an incident in the MASH TV sitcom where even back then in Vietnam, they had baby boxes. Unbelievable that it still exists, says the texter. Like B mentioned, Hobbs had a celebration on that.
Building their baby box.
Building on, yep. And traffic accident on
280. Wait. Hold up. Wait. What did you just say? That there was an assault yesterday?
No, I don't think so.
He didn't say that? Am I hearing things?
I didn't say anything about an assault, no.
Well, I didn't know what you said.
No,
I mean, there's so much mumbling going on. I half the time I'm guesstimating. Am I the only one?
Maybe somebody had to clean out their ears or something.
No, you're not wrong about the mumble. It was, it's just like Joe Biden. When they're not sure what they're talking about.
What the hell did he say?
He goes.
By the way.
All right, what else, Tom?
All right, so we an updated report on that traffic accident on 285 north of Loving. This particular texter says Loving traffic is backed up, but our PIO in Eddy County, Matthew Hutchinson, says that traffic is running, but it's running slow on one lane, that southbound lane on 285. This report.
Hey, Tom, so that could mean that it's backed up.
I was going to say, hey, Tom, what's the definition of traffic being backed up?
Means it's backed up.
It means it's running slow, right?
I will say this again. If you don't watch on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, for the video facial expressions from me, you're missing out. You are missing out. You are, for sure.
Well, no, but I got the official notice from
source. Yes, please, because it's a totally different thing, because that's exactly what you said. It's like, well, because technically it was from the PIO. He said that it was moving slowly.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what backed up means, you numbnuts.
You moron.
But hey,
all right, take it out trash. Take it out trash being brought to you by Trash Eaters. They do residential pickup. Find them at trash-eaters.com. And also reminding you to give to the Lovington Animal Shelter so they can spay and neuter the animals and ship them off to a no-kill facility. They need help walking the animals, cleaning up after the animals. If you want to donate your time or donate money, give them a call, 575-552-3661. Give them a call today. I'm taking out trash. Retail crime has become a bigger problem in Albuquerque. Retail crime, people just going in and taking what they want. But the good news is it's about to become a bigger penalty. And Albuquerque police is going to start enforcing the rules and laws. Albuquerque police getting a head start on organized effort at the malls and all over the place by starting to enforce the laws. They wanted to figure out how most suspects have gotten to and from businesses after shoplifting. And a small number of them drove, so they're actually committing crimes and getting on public transit. Albuquerque Police Chief Harold Medina said that retail crime is contributing to illegal drug trade and having an impact on the city. So, damn it, they're going to start enforcing the laws now, and they're going to start sending people away for retail crime. Yeah, we're not going to be slackers anymore. We're actually going to arrest people. I'm taking out the trash this morning. 7:23. Still to come, things that happened on this date in history. And a former El Paso ISD administrator found guilty of kidnapping, sexual assault, just a host of stuff. We'll get to that next.
Tucker Carlson's new platform is Twitter, says one of the texts. Is that right?
Twitter.
Yeah.
What the hell is Twitter?
Well, it means it's Twitter.
Or maybe just Twitter.
The same thing. And another text that says, "Don't listen to them, Tom. I hear you loud and clear," says the text. And hey, guys, my wife is keeping...
Well, you must speak the same damn language.
Right. Hey, guys, my wife is keeping our boys home today because of school shooting threat at Hobbs schools, where they're all over southeast New Mexico.
Well, yeah, look, this was an unspecified threat. This is not at Hobbs schools. This is not at Roswell schools. This is not at Carlsbad schools, Artesia, Lovington, but the entire area, Alamogordo included, has been blanketed with all of these different things, and all these schools have been releasing, basically saying that, hey, we're aware of this, and they're just doing it to put your mind at ease, to say, look, we're taking extra precautions, we're doing this, we're doing that. I don't think there's anything to any of this.
So you're sending your kids to school?
Yep. In Hobbs, they are. This particular text.
No, they're keeping them home.
I'm sorry, keeping them home.
No, that was a question for Will.
Oh, yeah. No, my kids are going in Alamo. Yeah.
All right. Morning show 725 being brought to you by All American Cleaners. Family owned and operated. They treat you like family. Wash, dry, and fold your clothes, 70 pounds, $16.99. And they can dry clean your clothes. They could starch them up, keep you looking good. Find out more information today. Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, Hobbs, Eunice, and now in Jowl. Former El Paso ISD administrator found guilty of kidnapping and sexual assault. Former El Paso Independent School District administrator found guilty yesterday. Jeffrey Clay, convicted. He's 51. Convicted by a jury in New Mexico that this incident happened in November of last year. Clay served as executive director of analytics, strategy, and assessment for the El Paso ISD. He had previously worked as a teacher in the district and was charged in the District of New Mexico's U.S. State's Attorney's Office. Court documents say that Clay picked up a woman in El Paso. He told the victim that he would drive her to her friend's house, but instead drove her to his house in Anthony, New Mexico, outside his house. Investors say Clay tried to kiss the woman. She tried to stop him. He allegedly struck her and handcuffed the woman.
Oh, my.
He allegedly took her to the bedroom and sexually assaulted her. She later told investigators she pled for him to stop as the assault happened. Investigators say he drove the victim back to El Paso while his car was stopped. She jumped out of the car and ran and called 911. Former El Paso ISD administrator. This guy could be going to jail for 30 plus years. See the way that works? This guy assaulted her in 2022, and guess what happened? She pressed charges in 2022. Yeah. New Mexico got another baby box yesterday. Of course, following the story in Hobbs, teen mother threw the baby in the dumpster. They came out with the law that they would build these baby boxes. Hobbs got the first one installed yesterday for safe survivors. First one installed yesterday. A law is already in place in New Mexico that you could bring it to the hospital, to police station, fire station, and anywhere else. And the governor, Michelle Lujan Gresham, and Raul Torres, the attorney general, have issued a statement regarding the New Mexico location of that spent nuclear storage facility. Statement follows the decision by the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission to license that facility near Hobbs, really near Eunice.
Near Eunice, yeah.
And she says that we will not stop our fight to protect New Mexico from becoming a nuclear dumping ground. That was part of her statement. All right, 728, text, things that happened on this date in history coming up next, Russ.
And good morning. Good morning, guys. You referred to Russ. Good morning, guys. Getting real tired of our government.
I referred to Russ to let him know that we were coming back with that portion.
Okay.
Next.
Well, John from Eunice says, good morning, guys. Getting real tired of our government telling us how we need to ban guns to save lives. Now, yet they are making literally no effort to stop the flow of fentanyl into this country, he says, which is taking a whole lot of lives more than guns. John from Eunice goes on to say. And what's the big deal from with that Clay story from El Paso? Isn't that what's cool nowadays? He goes to jail, says the texter.
He's going to jail. He kidnapped a woman.
Actually sexually assaulted her.
And by the way, the woman didn't wait 26 years.
Mm-hmm. He goes on.
So it's not actually, they were able to remove DNA. Ooh, DNA evidence. Isn't that cool?
Well,
oh, wow.
Well, he goes on to say
there were actually witnesses at the scene of the crime where she jumped out, and also witnesses where he picked her up. Oh, wait, more witnesses. Mm-hmm. This is awesome.
Well, he goes on to finish. He goes to jail for 30 years, but the Kool-Aid man goes free?
I just explained the difference.
You bash okay one, but not the other. Way to go.
I just explained the difference.
That's
915. I mean, seriously. And what about, we asked you about Biden earlier. What about Biden? It's okay for Biden to, what he does with these little girls when he's sniffing them and touching them when it's unwanted is paramount to what this lady accused Trump of, basically. He didn't rape her.
She even admitted that. I think she should be charged.
Well, I definitely think, and I think he should turn around and sue her for defamation without a question.
Yeah, that's a big appeal. He'll probably win right there.
And by the way, I'm going to walk back yesterday. And Russ, I think a listener had a better idea. That me and Tom go head to head on a citizen's test. Not a debate, a out and out citizen's test.
So you're crawfishing. I had my stuff already ready to go.
Oh,
whatever.
I mean, I'll do either way, but I think I think a citizen's test brings something more to the table.
Since you had your stuff already, Tom, what was the subject?
I had my opening statement. I had my
what was the subject?
What was the subject?
I had my closing statement.
What was the subject?
For the debate.
Yeah, what was the subject?
Well, B was going to take one side, I was going to take the other.
What was the subject?
What was it?
Like every other debate on the planet, but he can't answer the question. This is why it would be just like every other Democrat debate on the planet. The Democrat would be
what was the topic of the debate?
The argument was going to be minimum wage. Should we Are we for it or not because of what it's going to do to the inflation? That was your question, wasn't it, Russ?
Wait.
He's throwing rocks at it.
For minimum wage or not?
Yeah.
That's the question.
And how it was going to affect the inflation.
The subject was going to be
how about how it's going to affect the economy?
Same thing.
Right.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. Hold what? It's been a while since I say it. I said it. Wait a second.
What?
It's been a while. By God, you're an idiot. I haven't said it. Well, I'm sorry. I had to get it out there.
Well.
All right.
I'm still going to wipe the floor with you.
All right, we got national anthem and the pledge coming up. Well, we'll do either way. I mean, if you want to do that, we'll do that, or we'll do the citizens test. We'll put it up to the listeners. Whatever they want, I'll do.
All right.
Our buddy Blake from the News Sun offered to be the moderator for the debate if we decide to do a debate, and he said, "Yeah, go. Get your sponsors to come out and sponsor it." We can have people for Tom and for B.
Yeah,
whatever the listeners want. You want a citizens test where we each get 50 questions.
No, that's too long.
I'm good with that. If you want us to do a debate about the effect of the rise of minimum wage on inflation and the economy, I'm good with that. Whatever way you want.
Or I'll even take you on your favorite subject that you like to hound about all the time.
And then one of the texters said,
what is that favorite subject, Tom?
Immigration.
Oh, I'll do immigration, and I will wipe the floor with your daddy's old underwear.
Whatever you want, buddy. Come on. I'm right here.
Oh,
I ain't
Tommy,
going. No.
Dude, it's going to be so sad. Your arguments are so sad. So
I think that we should come up with a program where the employer has to save the money for the person. Now, let's not put any accountability. Let's not put any accountability on the individual, but let's put that responsibility on the employer to save the money.
Not save it, put it in escrow. It's two different things.
So who pays for the escrow, Tom?
They do. Take $50 out of their paycheck.
Okay.
Put it
or
in the
wouldn't
escrow.
it be a better idea? They take their ass to the bank and open up a savings account.
That's not going to work, me.
Oh, no, that's way too hard.
Yeah, that's way too hard.
Yeah, let's make the employer
I'll tell
do
you
the
why,
work.
because I worked with these immigrants when I was a kid. I know how they are. I know how they spend their money.
Did you just call immigrants lazy Mexicans?
No, I just said.
Did you just call them a bunch of lazy Mexicans?
No, you said that. I'm just saying.
No.
I know how they are.
You know how they are.
I know how they are.
They're not capable.
I know
that they're dumb.
I know how they don't save their money. I know how they spend
their own
money.
That they're not capable of opening a savings account and doing it themselves.
They used to spend money on me all the time.
Tom, they're perfectly capable of opening an account and saving. I know plenty of immigrants that would save money and put it in a sock
Not back
and
in the day.
bury
You're
it.
exactly right. You know why? Because they didn't trust going to the banks. That's why.
So, whatever way you have to do it, you're accountable for your own
Let's
stuff.
go to immigration. Let's go to immigration.
I will wipe your butt
Let's do
on
it.
immigration.
Tom, it's just sad, bro. So Jeffro says, shout out to 915 Liberal. You get dumber by the day. You go, girl. And someone else asked, can I respectfully why only 915 gets every text read?
Because that's Tom's boyfriend?
Well, no, we skip a lot of 915's texts. In fact,
we do.
Just this morning, 915, no response, because we didn't answer him quick enough. And so I was just like, whatever, dude. Look, we get a buttload of texts. You guys have no clue. Do some of his stand out because it's just so moronic.
They're just so dumb.
Yep.
Very dumb. Morning show this morning being brought to you by WWRV times3.com. Yeah, that's 3 RV parks in Carlsbad. 162 RV hookups. 30 and 50 amps are available. All utilities included, including Wi-Fi, wired internet right to the hookup. It's not going to be a problem if you love watching movies or gaming. Not going to be a problem at all. Difference between their facility, very quiet, very well lit up. They're pet friendly. Find out more information. Go into the website, www.rbtimes3.com. Our phone number, 988-0392. Things that happened on this date in history, 737. We're going to give you a chance to qualify for some cash. National Anthem and the Pledge coming up in just a second. It's being brought to you by Train It New Mexico. Train It New Mexico, bringing you things that happened on this date in history. Get your CDL in 1 week. If you've been thinking about entering a professional driving career, this is the perfect way to do it. And 1 week of classes, 96% passing rate. They've got 25 years of training and staff development, and they will teach you how to pass your tests. That includes your skills tests, your CDL inspection, and your driving test. Mention B in the Breakfast Club, save $100 off your enrollment fee. They're in Roswell. Give them a call at 575-840-9555.
154 years ago, 1869, America's first transcontinental railroad was finished. The first spike, the Golden Spike, was put in the ground in Utah on this day. And Victoria Woodhull. Don't think women have been in politics. Victoria Woodhull became the first woman nominated for the U.S. presidency 151 years ago, 1872. She was nominated by the Equal Rights Party. And she got about 2,000 votes, but UNSC's Ask Grant kind of took it in a landslide at 3.6 million. Winston Churchill became the Prime Minister of England over 83 years ago, and a little bit closer to home, Ace Frehley of KISS got married his very last time 47 years ago. Somebody from KISS actually keeping a marriage going for 47 years. That was noteworthy. Also, Mental Health Awareness Month, or as Joe Biden calls it, May. It's National Shrimp Day today. We opened with that. And its purpose is actually to raise awareness of Tom Cruise. And also on this date, 1877, President Rutherford B. Hayes had the telephone installed at the White House. Minutes later, he called in on a sounder and registered for the W105 cash blowout.
I think he was a winner that week.
I think he took that week, if I remember. And last but not least, on this date, 1994, serial killer John Wayne Gacy was executed, and for his last meal, he had Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Is that what he had?
And then he kicked the bucket. There you go.
Russ.
That's what happened on this date in history.
20 minutes away from 8 o'clock, National Anthem and the Pledge coming up in just a second. You know, as soon as I get back to New Mexico, I look forward to doing this. I'm looking forward to going to a drag queen show and spiking the punch with liquid Viagra. You had to think about that. It hit you a little late, but there you go. 20 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We are via the Breakfast Club. Wrap up the text. We're going to take our break.
Boy,
I'll check the weather first. We got a red flag warning this afternoon.
Again, we mentioned it several times this morning, but Jerm is asking, has your news guy covered all the school threats and bombings threats in Roswell? Look, there was a Snapchat post that said they were going to bomb unspecified schools and unspecified locations. Police forces.
They didn't mention bomb.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, there's been bombing. It's a very okay. Look, all of these threats have one thing in common. They're very general.
Yep.
Look, it's talking about. There's general references to several things that could apply to several different cities. There's no specific threat of any area, and they're talking about 17 different students that. Well, it was that many kids shared this. So there are different kids that are sharing these things and perpetuating this. And look, even my kid tried to get out of going to school today. Well, I'm like, whatever, dude, get your butt to school and shut up. I'm just serious. Like, come on. This is clearly kids, just like almost every other gun threat that has come up in New Mexico in the last several years. Granted, I don't begrudge law enforcement for taking every precaution and being serious and taking it seriously and holding these kids accountable too. But by the same standpoint, it's just kids trying to get out of class.
Amen. Amen. Did you guys see that Robert De Niro is going to be a dad?
Again?
He's 79 years old.
Right.
The dude is 79 years old.
You know there had to be some test tubes and swabs involved
I'm just going to
in
say
that.
I'm envious as hell.
No,
supposedly, no, all natural. All natural.
Oh, bull butter. I mean, we've been talking about sexual abuse. I bet his sex life is sexual abuse. I bet he could be filed on for assault with a dead weapon.
Don't hate, Russ. Don't hate. I mean, I'm just saying this. If I could plant the seed, I would get an extra $2,000 a month on Social Security. So it's not like I haven't been trying. I'm envious as hell.
You're putting your best foot forward, aren't you?
I'm definitely putting the best foot forward. That's not saying a whole bunch.
So if someone says, screw it, it's not worth the risk of sending them. Okay, look, well, for a half day on Wednesday, you're probably right. But here's the thing, too. So you're telling me that you think that there is going to be a coordinated attack at every school throughout Southeast New Mexico and beyond? Look, there was also a major grocery store chain that was mentioned in part of this attack.
Yep.
Some of these communities don't have that grocery store chain. So explain to me how that's going to happen. So this was a non-specific, and there again, the original post didn't say anything about any specific area, didn't say anything about any specific town. Kids have taken it and have changed it to appropriate their city. And then
somebody's going to be charged. Somebody will be charged sooner or later. No doubt. We'll wait. We'll wait for that. It's not going to be good. Georgia's back to back. Go ahead. What's that?
I was just going to say this. One of the texters pointed out on the De Niro story. He couldn't believe that old fucker actually fathered a child.
Yeah. Well.
The movie.
I mean, isn't that where the Bressinator first came from?
Yes.
And then Pete Buttigieg was like, I got to get one of those. Georgia became a back-to-back national champion, and again, they will not make the trip to the White House. Yeah, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm envious as hell. I don't like Georgia. But for 2 times, they gave the finger to Biden. They also gave the finger to TCU, of course, 65-7. But with that being said, they will not go to the White House again this year. Morning show at 7:45 being brought to you by United Pump and Supply. Had their grand opening Friday of last week. They're up and running in Carlsbad. And if you're looking for a new company, a new supplier that can hold up to the pressure, man, they've been in business 60-plus years. They know the ins and outs of the business. And now that they're open, they're looking for relief valve technicians. If you're a relief valve technician, go apply online at up-s.com. They're our equal opportunity employer, drug-free employer, 60 years of experience. They provide the top-of-the-line chemical pumps, valves, chokes, gauges, big-name brands, and more. Now open in Carlsbad, United Pump and Supply. Check them out at up-s.com. Some of the stories we'll talk about next. New Mexico's proposal would extend free child care and boost pay. We'll talk about this. Florida man faces felony charges after his toddler overdosed on methamphetamine and fentanyl. And Oprah Winfrey delivers a woke commencement address. Actually used the word corrupt when talking about the Supreme Court. Guess who's back in the U.S. Senate? That could give the Democrats the vote they needed. And a Delaware teacher's in big trouble. I'll get you updated with that. Quickly to the text so we can get to the national anthem and the pledge.
All right, so one of the texters says, don't do a debate. Tom wouldn't get one word in with Kevin blabbering on. And poor Russ.
Oh, no, you get a time limit.
And poor Russ can't get a sentence out the whole show with Kevin crying about everything. It's a texter.
I'm doing fine. I don't need any help here.
Right, you're doing all right.
We have a delay a little bit.
There you go. Papa Tapa says, why does B want to wipe Tom's ass? Says the texter.
I said I would wipe the floor. I didn't say anything about wiping his ass. First of all, I ain't got the time to wipe the ass. That's an all-day job.
He may have misspoken a couple of times, but we won't call him out on that. We'll let him say he said wipe the floor.
Right.
I said whip your ass and wipe the floor.
You meant to say whip your ass. It's not what it came out as.
Yeah, it come out a little different, to be honest, B.
Right.
So for the record, let me clarify. I will wipe the floor. I do not want to wipe Tom's ass.
Apparently, we thought you wanted to whip the floor and wipe Tom's ass. I did.
And let me another clarification here. With Tom's history, nobody needs to wipe it because he's compacted.
Hey.
Yeah.
Once. All right. Another texter says, hey, B, if you were to have another baby, would you have it born in the USA or in the Philippines?
Good question.
It would be American citizen.
You come back to the USA. And there you go.
Well, that depends on how much everything costs. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, cheaper over there, right? Let's say a baby costs $10,000 to be born here in the U.S. What would that be in the Philippines? $100?
You're going to have a baby for $10,000 in the United States. You and Biden are alike. You have no idea.
But that a touch, dude. I mean,
Well, this coming from a guy who has 2 kids, how sad is that?
Who do you think had insurance when those 2 kids were born? Tom?
I did.
Or the ex?
Have you paid a medical bill
Who do you
lately?
think had the insurance?
Huh? I did.
He would have had like a $4,000 deductible for his insurance.
I paid for the, what's that called? Similac milk?
Oh, thank you so much for paying for the milk. Thank God you were there.
That adds up. Those are hungry kids, man. Come on.
Oh, my God. I just can't.
Oh, my goodness. How long has it been since you paid a hospital bill or you had one?
For me, myself?
Yeah.
Oh, I got some bills I could pay. Yeah.
You remember when I
Now,
got...
wait. Let me explain this to Russ. The dude, they can't find him. Remember?
Oh,
he
that's
hasn't
right.
even paid his income tax because they couldn't find him.
Address changes.
Do you actually think the hospital was finding him? Okay, let's get down to this.
What are they going to do? Send
When
somebody
they
your bus?
picked you up and took you, EMS came here because of your raging health problems. How much did that trip cost you?
That I got the bill and it cost me $128.
A trip to the hospital
cost you $128 in an ambulance.
Yep.
And including your stay at the hospital.
Oh, that was different. That was another insurance deal.
Now, how much was that? Go ahead, I'll wait.
That my first emergency visit was $320.
I got to start following you to the hospital.
Well, I tell you
Figure out
what,
how
that-
you're getting billed. Because you remember last year when I got kicked by the horse
Yeah.
and hurt my hip. And I went to the hospital. They x-rayed my hip, and they gave me a little pack of stuff, and I was back at the station by the end of the day. It was $12,000.
What they do to you?
Yeah, that's yeah. All right, we got to get to the national anthem and the pledge. We're late. 7:51 pledge and the national anthem being brought to you by Rebecca Long, your former insurance agent. 575-393-2661. Give her a call today. She is your proud Farmers agent and has been for 40 plus years. Give her a call, 575-393-2661. She can take all of your insurance, home, auto, boat, recreational vehicles, commercial insurance, life insurance, and way more. She serves Lee, Eddy, and Chaves County. 575-393-2661. Give her a call today. Proud sponsor of our national anthem and our pledge.
Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting. Or the land of the free, and the home of the
God bless America. God bless you. Large prayer this morning at 6 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
From 2 Timothy, from infancy you have known the Holy Scriptures, which are able to make you wise for salvation through the faith in Christ Jesus.
This is Mike Welsh. With Judah Oil, can you join us in the Lord's Prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven,
Our Father, who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
On earth as it is in heaven.
On earth as it is on heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily bread.
And forgive us.
And forgive us.
Our trespasses, and we forgive those who trespass against us.
And forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us.
And lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not to temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
Amen.
Amen.
5 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Quick check of the weather brought to you by Chance Materials. And they've got the product you've been looking for. Ready mix concrete, affordable prices, great customer service. Their number 575-363-3240. They have plants in Carlsbad and Roswell. They serve all of southeast New Mexico. Probably the easiest way to find out more information, you can call them, but chancematerials.com. If you're driving, chancematerials.com. Red flag warning in effect this afternoon. Some of the rain could be severe, and winds could be over 25 miles an hour. High this morning, we're going to get up to about 92 before the rain starts. Severe weather tonight down at 55. Tomorrow, sunshine at 84. And then the rain starts again Friday afternoon and doesn't stop until probably Sunday afternoon. Saturday's high only getting up in the 60s with a pretty good chance of maybe some very, very inclement weather. You can always check that forecast. Easy to find more information. All you have to do is go to W105radio.com. Yeah, they say a 90% chance of rain on Saturday. Some of that could be severe. Check out, find out what's going on with news being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm, Luke Ragsdale. He's the man that got a big case. He settled the big ones. $10 million case in the patch, $9 million medical malpractice case. Anything personal injury, Luke Ragsdale is the guy to call. Hey, if you've had a slip and fall or a car accident, he settles all of from every small case to large case. No case too big, no case too small. And if you've gotten yourself in a criminal matter, he is a great defense attorney. Let him defend you. 575-208-5300. Ragsdale Law Firm 1 FM. Right now, though, let's qualify you for cash on W105.
Benny's Western Store in Artesia and Carlsbad presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 77396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money.
I want it now.
Call in now to win. Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. A day after meeting with congressional leaders about it, President Biden gives a speech in New York today to say Congress needs to raise the nation's debt ceiling.
One thing I'm ruling out is default, and I'm not going to pass a budget that in fact caused massive cuts.
I didn't find progress in this meeting.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy that there's another meeting with the president scheduled Friday. House Oversight Committee Chairman, Kentucky Republican James Comer, gives a presentation this morning about Biden family financial records.
We all heard Joe Biden say during the presidential debate that his family never received any money from China. We're going to learn today whether or not that was a truthful statement.
Congressman Comer on Fox and Friends. The White House accuses him of leading a politically motivated investigation featuring evidence-free innuendo. Ahead of the opening bell on Wall Street, Dow futures are up 72. America's listening to Fox News.
This Lovington Wildcat Sports Update being brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services. Do what you say you can do. Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington.
Stone Oilfield Service backs the Lady Cats as they work to build winning teams and seasons while chasing state championships. Stone Oilfield Service with vacuum, winch, and kill trucks, hydrovacs and hot oilers, frac and acid tanks, gas busters, environmental shields, acidizing, and more. Do what you say you can do. Stone Oilfield Service will get the job done right every time. Serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas, located at 725 Tatum Highway, or contact 575-396-1840.
The Lovington Lady Wildcats softball team must feel like the late comedian Rodney Dangerfield, because they get no respect. Well, they're seeded 6th in the tournament with 19 wins this season, but they had to host Moriarty in a playing game last weekend, run ruling them 13-0. Next up is defending champion and 3rd seed Gallup at 9 a.m. Thursday. The Lady Wildcats got a taste of what it's like to get to the title game last season. Coach Steve McCraw.
We got to see how hard it is to get to the championship game. And I think that's going to help us a lot because, it's not easy. Baseball and football and basketball, they play like one game a day usually. We're guaranteed 2 on Thursday. Friday, you can play up to 4 games on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. If you fall into the loser's bracket and you got to work your way back, so you can play anywhere from 2, 3. Well, I can play 1. If you get there Friday morning and win the first game, you're in the championship game. So that's the goal.
This Lovington Sports Update has been brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services. Go Wildcats.
Brad Paisley, World Tour 2023.
Just another American Saturday.
Saturday, June 24th, Inn of the Mountain Gods.
There ain't no wine beer.
Brad Paisley.
Yeah, this is country music. Freedom was a highway.
On sale now. For tickets, visit innofthemountaingods.com.
Let's get a little mud on the top.
Brad Paisley. Minors must be accompanied by an adult.
Rio Grace Landscaping of Lovington is open for business at their new location, just north of Lovington on the Tatum Highway at 4 Crockett Road. You can find fruit, shade, and flowering trees as well as hydrangea, roses, lavender, and so much more. Find your fire pits and hot tubs all proudly made in the USA. Open 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday and on Sunday by appointment. Call the landscape experts today at 575-396-7464. Rio Grace Landscape, your ultimate service garden center and landscape professionals.
Come work for pros now. Pecos River Oilfield Services LLC is now hiring full-time heavy equipment operators, general laborers, and Class A CDL truck drivers. Offering competitive wages, vacation, holiday pay, paid sick leave. You'll be eligible for a bonus depending on performance evaluation. Come join the Team Pros. Pecos River Oilfield Services LLC. Apply in person at 180 Johnson Farm Road, Loving, New Mexico. Pecos River Oilfield Services is an equal opportunity employer.
Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell to save big on their versatile Kubota L2501 series tractors, featuring all-day comfort and a variety of attachments to get the job done. Rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Get the Kubota L2501 series now for 0 down and 0% APR financing for up to 84 months. Stop for a Kubota demo and claim this offer on the Kubota L2501 today at Amigo Machinery, 2801 Southeast Main Street, Roswell, online at amigo-machinery.com. Now through June 30th, see Amigo Machinery or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer. The fridge leaks, the dryer squeaks. You need to stop by Rig Outfitters and Home Store in Hobbs and check out their huge selection of appliances and electronics. LG, Samsung, Frigidaire, GE, Speed Queen, and more. Rig Outfitters also carries TVs, stereos, Bluetooth speakers, sound systems, and entertainment centers. 0 down and easy financing with approved credit. Rig Outfitters and Home Store, 1401 North Turner, inside the Broadmoor Mall in Hobbs.
Summer is just around the corner. Make your home a place you can relax and entertain with help from Floors to Go. The National Flooring Extravaganza sale is going on now. Save on carpet as low as $1.99 a square foot, including pad and installation. Wood vinyl plank from $1.49 a square foot. Come shop the amazing selection and prices at Floors to Go, 2704 in North El Paso in Hobbs. Hurry, sale ends May 31st.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Hi, good morning. The forecast for the southeast plains of New Mexico is temperatures in Roswell at 94 degrees this afternoon, and the wind occasionally gusty. 93 in Carlsbad, Artesia, and in Hobbs and Lovington, a slight chance of thunderstorms, a high temperature in the lower 90s. Now, by tomorrow on Thursday, a slight chance of thunderstorms in Hobbs, Lovington, with a high temperature in the upper 80s. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105 and the breakfast in the morning. W105.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Facebook live video feed brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
Any questions?
No. And good morning to you. 5 minutes after 8 o'clock, 5 after 8. New info coming down about foreign nationals. Paying off Hunter Biden money. Why would the mayor of Moscow's the wife of the mayor of Moscow, the widow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Putin had him killed. Why would they send millions of dollars to Hunter Biden? They liked his artwork, or what about China? What about Ukraine? Why would they send all this money? And now they've got it where they've got the family cashed in on the money. They've got the bank accounts. They've got the bank records. See, this doesn't sound like Russian collusion. Doesn't sound like they're just throwing it out there and hoping that it sticks. Oh, no. Today is the day. Can't wait for more. I can't wait to get off the air so I can find out more about what's going on. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be simply awesome. Could be Judgment Day for Joe Biden. It could. Yeah, look, Donald Trump got dinged yesterday. Donald Trump got dinged yesterday with the sex assault from 26 years ago. No proof, no witnesses. We got hard evidence, currency that traded hands. What does that mean? I would hope it meant something. Because I'm going to be honest with you, it'd be Donald Trump that was cashing in. I would just be just as pissed. Selling his influence to the highest bidder. You know, in the meantime, you're being asked to pay more. So Joe Biden can get paid more. Soap Bubble Master gets 11 Guinness World Book of Records in his name and attempted to add 5 more to the title during a public demonstration in Ohio. Definitely kind of weird that, that people are happy to see the bubbles being blown in play. Gary Pearman teamed up with a fellow bubble master, Blaze Ryder, in Cleveland, Ohio, and started blowing bubbles. And now they've got all these words. I'm wondering what they do for a real job. I mean, you can't be a bubble master forever, can you? I wouldn't think so. Researchers have discovered that AI can identify individuals at high risk of pancreatic cancer. Tom, what does AI stand for?
AI.
I think you're a little off. Blake Shelton will receive the 2,755 stars, 2,755 star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. By the way, he'll be joined by his wife, Gwen Stefani, and Carson Daly will host the ceremony. Beetlejuice 2, Michael Keaton is coming back.
Really?
Yeah, and hit theaters maybe next year. They say it'll be a whole bunch like Beetlejuice 1, of course. Will, did you get to go see Guardians of the Galaxy?
I did.
Was it good?
What's your take on it? Because I've heard so much people talking crap about it. I want to get your take.
Really? They were talking bad about it?
Yeah, they were.
I
They said it
enjoyed
was
it.
a waste of money.
What? Nah.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. It was good.
Okay.
No, I mean,
Well,
it was definitely.
I'm not going to pay to see it, but I will watch it. Maybe this weekend. Fort Hood is now Fort Costanzas.
Yeah, I heard that.
Following the official name change. By the way, the Hood is very pissed. Yeah, so they changed the name to Edward Costanzas was one of the first Latino 4-star generals. Hey, and I'm not going to take anything away from him. Well, what about the Hood guy? Did all of a sudden he fall from grace? Or maybe when we open up another base, you make it the Latino 4-star generals base. I don't know. Did Hood do something that, just asking. And Department of Justice indicted New York Republican Congressman George Santos on charges believed to be related to a campaign finance rule. Santos could surrender to Long Island court earlier today, and accusations that he defrauded people out of their money. I'm not a big fan of Santos, but still in all, Republicans can do what they want. Can't do anything. Democrats can. New Mexico's proposal would extend free child care and boost pay. New Mexico would extend indefinitely no paid child care for most of the kids up to the age of 5, with increased payment rates to private and public child care providers. It all started under COVID, and we're going to continue on under COVID, without COVID. Florida man faces felony after his toddler overdosed on fentanyl and on methamphetamine. Clearwater, Florida man arrested on felony child neglect charges after the child had to undergo. The child was under his watch, overdosed on fentanyl and on meth. Largo Police Department say that Kane Thomas was babysitting the toddler, little baby girl, when she got into a small jewelry bag that had fentanyl and methamphetamine inside. And the child overdosed. By the way, she's taken to the hospital. Looks like she's in stable condition as of now. Oprah Winfrey delivers a woke commencement address, even went on to say the Supreme Court is being corrupted. And LGBTQ individuals are under attack in America. 812, boob of the day, coming up in a second. Text line open, 877-396-W105.
All right, Jules comments, come on, B. Latinos deserve one good recognition, says the text.
No, I think I said that multiple times. I'm not taking anything away from the 4-star general, but what about Hood? You gave him that name for something, and then you just take it away from him? It just doesn't seem fair. I have no problem giving the Latino general. I mean, we're always opening other base. It just seems unfair that you take one from the other. But I mean, if you ever been the Fort Hood, maybe that gives it a negative connotation. Hood. Just saying. 813. What else, Tom?
Another texter says, did they just arrest Santos? Ask the text.
I don't know if they arrested him, but they said it looks like he probably will turn himself in today.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. And Trump will always be persecuted because he is one of us, an American patriot, says the texter.
And if they'll do it to him, they will do it to us.
Yeah, and a whole lot of free advertising, says Jeffro this morning, for Trump. Not the kind of attention I would want, but it keeps him in the spotlight, says Jethro.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you.
No. Go ahead. You have such big pauses.
Okay. Boy, you're going to turn that one on me, huh? Okay. Mr. B.
Well, am I lying about that? Is there like a huge pause?
There is with you. Crickets. Now back to the text, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. B. Tom lacks the ability to debate. Give the dude a break. He's going to prepare to umpire, says the texter.
Thank you. That's my point. He couldn't even prepare to umpire a game. Well, I didn't know those rules specifically. I only had 3 days notice prior to getting that gig.
About that because, that's extra stuff.
Oops.
No, I won't talk about that. But I will say this.
After you said the parents, you never wanted to rep their kids and they shouldn't be around kids playing sports. After you made that comment?
I don't remember. That was so yesterday. So
I don't remember.
Yeah. But anyway, whoever does the questions, Blake's going to be the moderator, right? I want to see the questions before the debate. I don't want.
Oh, who the hell? You
are a Democrat.
Yeah.
You damn are a Democrat, right?
Who do I look like? Oh, heck, I wish I could remember a name. Who was it that gave the questions to Hillary?
The lady, the African-American lady, the Democratic National Committee gave the questions,
big hair,
and the answers to Hillary Clinton. Donna Brazile.
Right. Do I look like Donna Brazile to you? Jimmy,
I want questions to me first. I don't want to have a gotcha moment, and I don't want to have it to be either.
Then it's not a debate; it's an interview.
So, those are my rules. If we go by my rules, we ain't debating.
Don't wait me whip your ass or wipe it.
So. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, brand new sponsor to the show, Seminole Siding and Construction. They are a trusted name in Southeast New Mexico for exceptional construction and siding service. And they offer residential services. They specialize in construction and commercial work, industry-type metal buildings, and more. And they're a great company to do business with. They offer comprehensive solutions that can take care of all your needs, and don't settle for anything but the best. Get in touch with Seminole Siding and Construction today, 575-391-1430. They're located on West White Street in Hobbs, or you can find them online at SeminoleSidingAndConstruction.com. Yes, they offer commercial metal buildings, industrial metal buildings, shingles, metal roofs, sidings, everything that you might need, doors and windows, seamless gutters, and more. The name again, Seminole Siding and Construction, online at SeminoleSidingAndConstruction.com. Brand new sponsor. Make sure and mention that you heard about them on B and the Breakfast Club. Tom, guess who's coming back?
To the Senate.
Dianne Feinstein.
I knew that was in the works.
Yeah, she's coming back, and that will give the Democrats that extra cushion that they needed. They were hoping she would make it back. Now she is gone after the end of this, her election cycle. She will not seek election, even though she's fighting people over, oh, no, I'm running. She's only like 98. I mean, God, I mean, she probably got another 2 years left in her. Delaware's former teacher at a middle school accused of having a 2-month sexual relationship with a student. Arrested yesterday. Allegedly, she had a 2-month sexual relationship with one of her students. And, thank God it was only one, right? So the Delaware State Police arrested Reed Messer, 42 years old, of now living in South Carolina. Several counts of rape and sex abuse and other charges against the child. She had since moved to South Carolina. By the way, they allege the relationship started back in 2014. The child is actually an adult now. 8:19, wrap her up so we can do Boob of the Day, take a break, and then we'll make our way back.
Well, there's one text says Hood was a Confederate general. That's why they changed the name.
Oh, okay. I got it now.
So, and Smoking Arizona chimes in too. I think with them changing the name of Fort Hood is to take some of the negativity away from that base, he comments. And another one said, again, Hood was the name.
Now, where is that located? Where's Fort Hood located? Tell me again.
Texas.
You're never going to take that negative.
So, and another says the same thing. They changed the name because Hood was a Confederate general.
Okay, I got it.
That's what it was.
I got it.
Yeah. And for once, you're right. Now, 915 Liberals had his 15 minutes today, right? I'm not going to say that. And more be less Breakfast Club or less Tommy would be nice, says the texter.
So you want less of Tom? Nobody has ever said that before. This would be a first.
Fort Hood is in Killeen, Texas.
That's what I thought.
I was going to say Fort Bliss is El Paso.
Fort
I
Bliss.
was like, what crack are you smoking?
Yeah, what's in the neighborhood?
Dude, different towns.
One's in East Texas, right? That would be East Texas.
Yeah, kind of South Texas, Southwest Texas.
South Texas, bite your butt.
What's near San Antonio?
How is that?
Killing's near San Antonio.
That? Oh, my God.
The same base,
I'm just
different location.
Who's on first?
Say,
Did you just say
God
same base, different location? Tom.
It's an Army base.
It's not the same.
Look, the dude was a Confederate general. Now we understand why they're doing it.
That's why.
Wow. All right, Boob of the Day this morning being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. They've got medical professionals on staff. First thing I'm doing when I come back to New Mexico, I'm going to Desert Functional. I'm going to have my blood work done. I'm going to let Kelly check me out, make sure I'm good to go. Look, they do functional medicine. You know what functional medicine is? Serious, you look it up. Look it up. It's medicine that makes you feel better. They use natural remedies to make you feel better. Now, when I say natural remedies, that includes stuff like stem cell therapy, ozone therapy. Yeah, they take ozone and inject it into your spine or into the cartilage of your knees. Also induce it in your blood. Got a lot of healing products with ozone. And of course, they also do hormonal optimization. And they do a lot of IV treatments. They have their own lab there in the location. Get in touch with them, 3900 North Lovington Highway. Follow them on Facebook or thedesertfma.com. Proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
So if a cop suspects a drunk driver, they're looking for the classic signs. You know, bloodshot eyes, watery eyes, slurred speech, the smell of booze on their breath, and then, of course, the tell-all, wearing a beer can costume. Last Friday for Cinco de Mayo, a deputy in Kansas pulled over a car that seemed to be driving erratically. And when he walked up to the driver, he saw the guy was wearing a full-body Bud Light can costume. Of all things, Bud Light, too. The driver failed a field sobriety test and was placed under arrest for DUI. The police department posted an amusing photo of the guy on Facebook and noted that suspects are innocent until proven guilty. The beer can costume had holes in the guy for the arms and the feet, but it doesn't sound like he was charged with having an open container. Congratulations, dude. For being a drunk driver in a beer can costume, you are the boob of the day.
And it was a Bud Light can.
It was.
Dude, I mean, you're not real popular nowadays. Just saying. Not real popular at all. All right, 823. Tom, let me ask in advance, who's coming up? Oh, it's not your. I'll ask that later.
Okay.
It's not you anymore on the extended version. So I'll ask Will. Will, who's coming up on the extended version on Friday?
It is going to be Elaine Sena Cortez, I believe, is who Blake's got on for the guest on Friday.
There we go. CIA may have assisted in obtaining signatures in a letter to discredit Hunter Biden's laptop. Oh, the CIA was working behind the scenes. Kevin McCarthy said that he will continue to fight for this debt ceiling and hopes that the president does not use Article 14. Anheuser-Busch CEO is blaming what? I'll talk about that. And Hunter Biden's business partner and very close friend makes a last-ditch effort to avoid prison. Maybe he can meet with the Republicans, get it done that way. Maybe that's the way it should. So we'll get to that and more coming up in just a second. 824, Tom, what else?
And here's B trying to have another kid shooting blanks.
Evidently I am.
With a smaller
I'm very
gun.
open. I'm very open.
And they're changing.
At least I'm trying.
Yeah, well, they're all changing almost every name of the Army bases in the South because they were all named after Confederate generals. That's Jody from Lovington on that one. I don't know why they're doing it, but yeah, they are doing it that way. And Killeen, Texas to El Paso, Tom, is about 600 miles.
Yeah, it's right there. I mean, it's like Hondo. It's right there. It's like Bernie. It's like you're in the backyard. You're right there.
Right there.
What's the matter with you people?
And what did Tom say to his old lady when she asked if it was, oh, God, never mind, says this texter's idiot.
Oh, that prep reading, that pre-reading gets you every damn time.
And I agree with Les, Tom A., says James and Eunice.
With Les?
Uh-huh. I agree.
I agree with Les Tomei.
Says the text.
Okay.
It's amazing if you read the text correctly.
And Tom,
I was confused.
Tom asked me about the pic I found of you on the beach. That's Buddy this morning.
And you want a picture of Tom on the beach?
No, you. I want to ask you about the pic of you on the beach.
And Richie.
So why the hell would Buddy want a picture of me on the beach?
Why, me too.
Hey, bro. Just saying.
Because he didn't like the one of you in the bearskin rug that you sent him.
Oh.
I apologize for that, bro. That wasn't meant for you. That was meant for your old lady.
And Tom just confirmed his Democrat card. He wants to have the questions up front and play by his rules, or he's not going to play.
Yeah, let me get with Donna Brazil. We'll see if we can make that happen.
That's the way debates are done, guys. That's the way debates are done.
No, you don't get the.
They're not.
Yes, they are.
It's not the way a debate is done. People don't get the questions ahead of time in a debate. That's an interview. They do if the Democrats are holding the debate. At least the Democrats get the questions ahead of time. We've confirmed that.
You know, when I was on my debate team in college, that's the way we did it. The other opponent had questions that they were going to ask, and we were going to ask them.
I'm just going to ask you, did you guys go, your debate team, go to the debate matches in the Shark Bus?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Now, you know better than what you just said, because that was something I was on too. I was on the debate team in college.
Okay.
And to flow my point across, you know better than that we have the questions ahead of time. You have the subject.
Maybe the topic.
You have the topic. You have the subject. Yeah, your speaking order arrangement, but you do not have the questions that are going to be asked by the
Wait a second. That's
panel.
an unfair advantage because you were on a debate team. See, I have no debate. The only debate skills I have is I've been married several times.
Right.
So that's an unfair advantage for you, Tom.
No.
And I will still whip your ass.
No, because
I just make sure that I got
We'll
it
have
right.
questions for each one of us. That's what I want. Otherwise, you'll start making up stuff.
I'm sorry, you don't get what you want. Life is not fair.
Yeah, in this case, it is. Do I get them or not?
No. You don't get the questions ahead of time. You got the subject matter, which, to correct what it was a proposed bill by Bernie Sanders is asking to raise the minimum wage from 15%, from $15 an hour to $17 an hour in an attempt to curb the inflation rate. What effects is this going to have on the inflation rate, and will it do what it's proposed to do?
B's against it. I'm
Very
for it.
simple. Of course you're for it. You're a damn Democrat. Of course you're for it. Of course. What do you mean? Of course. All right, we got to take a break. We'll qualify you for some cash. Our number 877-396-W105. Coming right back. A look at the news. Being brought to you by North Star Laundry. One-stop shop for your dry cleaning, your starching. They can wash, dry, and fold your clothes. But if you want to wash, dry, and fold your own clothes, that's not a problem. They have the coin-operated machines. They're open 7 days a week. 3 locations, 2 in Carlsbad, 1 in Loving. And they have machines that are designated in Carlsbad are in Loving at 406 West Cedar. Taking a break, coming right back. We're B and the Breakfast Club, 8:30 over.
Benny's Western Store in Artesia and Carlsbad presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money. I want it now.
Call in now to win.
Local news brought to you by M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump Services in Lovington, owned, operated, and serving the community for over 30 years. Call 575-394-4446.
Make M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump of Lovington your domestic well specialist. Owner-operated with 30-plus years of experience, specializing in complete water systems for new home construction, domestic well drilling, as well as replacement wells and servicing all makes and models of water systems, including variable speed drive and constant water pressure systems. Call M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump today at 575-390-4440.
MTD Radio News. I'm Joe Miller. Well, dozens of farmers from Socorro, Valencia, and Bernalillo County, as well as the Isleta Pueblo, rode to Albuquerque on their tractor Monday to protest. They spoke out about how the Middle Rio Grande Conservancy District's being run. The farmers that made the trip said they rode up because they want a seat at the table when it comes to decisions about water and infrastructure that affect their livelihoods. Farmers said they made the slow trek to protest years of grievances and concerns, which they say have fallen on deaf ears. Brent Sullivan was 12 years old when he died from an overdose of fentanyl in 2021. It was a tragedy that rocked the Carlsbad community and led to charges filed against Sullivan's mother and grandmother, who authorities believe supplied the drug to the boy. His mother, 37-year-old Alexis Murray, was charged in the weeks following her son's death with a count each of child abuse resulting in death and child abuse not resulting in death. Investigators allege she illegally dealt fentanyl, making it available to her son before he was found dead in the backyard on his grandmother's property. A federal inmate who's also the suspect of the disappearance and apparent murder of a Roswell man 6 years ago will remain incarcerated at the Chavez County Detention Center while he awaits trial. The judge approved a motion to hold 35-year-old Alfonso Vasquez pending trial. The decision to grant the motion came after the May 3rd Google Meet hearing, where Vasquez's attorney waived the right to pretrial detention and preliminary hearings in the case. Vasquez charged in relation to the 2018 in the apparent death of 39-year-old Freddie Bersane. And that's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
This is Daniel Velos, General Manager, Carlsbad Chevrolet, and our sizzling summer sell down begins now. What does that mean for you? That means more discounts. That means more money for your trade, parts discounts. We are giving them out like crazy. We're buying cars and we're buying them from you and all across the USA and bringing them right to our parking lot. That's right. Let's make a deal. Our sizzling summer sell down begins now. That's right here, 2155 South Canal Street in Carlsbad. Carlsbad Chevrolet, your home of the great, great guys.
Blast into cash at Casino Apache. Join us every Tuesday now through June for the Tuesday Cash Blast Hot Seats. Play with your Apache Spirit Club card to earn entries in weekly drawings. We'll hold one drawing at 10:30 a.m. and another drawing at 6 p.m. every Tuesday. Winners receive $250 cash. The Tuesday Cash Blast Hot Seats now through June. Only at Casino Apache. Must be 21 or older. Visit CasinoApacheTravelCenter.com or see Apache Spirit Club booth for details.
When you have to file a home insurance claim, the last thing you want to worry about is your premium going up. That's why Farmers has claim forgiveness. If you've been claim-free with Farmers for 5 years, your premium won't go up just because of a claim. It's one of the many Farmers policy perks. Call Herschel Rustin Hayes at 575-396-0513 to learn more or get a quote.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
I'm 3 years old. I worked at a warehouse and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm and they turned my down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm. Immediately, they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
Calling all clay shooters. The best sporting clay shooters in southern New Mexico and West Texas will gather at the Inn of the Mountain Gods Casino and Resort in beautiful Mescalero, New Mexico on June 30th and July 1st for the 7th annual Aim High Shooting Competition to benefit ENMU Ruidoso. This year's 4-person team competition features 100 targets with side events for additional fees, plus a dinner and dance on Saturday evening, which will include an awards ceremony, raffles, and gun boards. All shooters will be entered to win a Beretta 686 Silver Pigeon over-under 12-gauge shotgun, plus your team could win prizes for scoring first or second place. Early registration is online now at scorechaser.com and discount rooms and cabins are available. Call now to reserve your flat of ammunition and load up your side-by-side. Aim high. For more information, call Rhonda at 575-937-1475. That's 575-937-1475. This message is sponsored by the Ruidoso and Lincoln County Lodgers Tax Committees.
Platinum Auto Service of Carlsbad is under new ownership. They offer preventative maintenance, diagnostics, and fleets are welcome. Right now, there's short wait time and fast service on brakes, tires, AC service, alignments, lip kits, and more. Stop by and meet the friendly staff today and get back on the road. Call 575-689-6900. Platinum Auto Services, 606 South Canal, Carlsbad.
Transform into bees, bats, and butterflies and get your game on in the vibrant world of amazing pollinators at the Western Heritage Museum and Lee County Cowboy Hall of Fame. This bilingual, interactive exhibit features a maze, survival missions, games, and more. Amazing Pollinators is on display until May 14th at the Western Heritage Museum and Lee County Cowboy Hall of Fame on the campus of New Mexico Junior College.
It's easy to swear at you. Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Facebook live video feed brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
Are you guys having fun? Me and the Breakfast Club in the morning, W105. Thank God.
8:37, we are being the Breakfast Club. Little Carrie Jean Pierre says that we got, are we talking about another pandemic? are same.
Again, we're not out of the pandemic. We're certainly in a different place, and that's because what this president has been able to do.
Wait, we're not out of the pandemic? Biden said we were out of the pandemic. Now we're not out of it. I'm still waiting. I mean, I think the World Health Organization said we're out of it too. I don't know who to believe.
Well, what exactly did Biden do?
Look, Biden was there. I mean, he rolled out the Wait, that wasn't him. He threw a lot of money around, Will. I mean, that's what us
the Obama
Democrats
administration, which brought COVID in the first place.
You missed it, Will. We gave more extended broadband and more free phones. Doesn't that count for something? We needed the broadband. I mean, we've been talking about this problem for years. We need money given out every 4 years because technology changes. It's not like, technology and radio hasn't changed in 4 years, but our retail stores, but we need to hand this money out. She goes on to talk about the debt default. It's a MAGA problem.
They want to potentially, if they get their way, threaten the country's first default, something that has never happened before. That's what they're threatening. Again, could lead to trigger a recession. 8 million jobs potentially lost. That is what they are threatening. So it's very easy. It's very, very simple. Do your job. Go back to regular order. Do what you're supposed to do. It's been done 78 times since 1960. And that's what he's expecting from Congress.
You know what you need to do? Do your job. Your job is not to grandstand from a podium. Your job is to convey to the press what's going on in America. True. I'm just saying that simply is your job. Nothing else. That's simply your job. God bless you. And Mitt Romney, would you will call Mitt Romney a ultra MAGA Republican?
Absolutely not. I would call him
an
ultra rhino.
Yeah, no doubt. Here's with Carrie Jean-Pierre answering a question about just that.
The bill doesn't have any appropriations in it, actually. And the speaker has, ruled out a number of those things, including defense, veterans benefits, senior entitlement programs. When you have Mitt Romney saying that there has to be a conversation here, is he a MAGA Republican extremist?
What I'm saying is House Republicans have been very clear. They voted on a bill that's going to cut programs that are very important to American families.
You did not answer the damn question because it shows how idiotic you actually are. Thank God we've got other reporters that are starting to wake up. Thank you, people. Morning show this morning being brought to you by H&H Field Services. New Mexico and Delaware and Permian Basin poly pipeline construction professionals. They got the fast fusion pipeline machine, squeeze tools up to 16 inches. And guess what? They don't have to go somewhere to get them. They got them in-house. H&H offers turnkey pipeline and facility construction, subcontractor services, and they've got a guy that is so good at his job. His name is Colin. Give Colin a call this morning. His number 432-269-6027. He wants to help you so bad, he's giving you a cell number. 432-269-6027 or go to h@hfs.com. Text line open. Got a bunch of things to get to. Good news of the day and more. We are on the Breakfast Club.
The reason that the White House keeps talking about and keeps talking about the pandemic is so they can release another election infection. You know what? It worked last time, says the texter. And another one saying, yeah, just name one thing that piece of boo, 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 boo that Joe Biden's done for this country. I'm waiting, says the texter. Right. And Tom and B, I would like to ask the debate questions. I will not cuss in English, says the texter. I want the debates in front of me first. I want the questions in front of me. Otherwise, I won't do it. And I love this debate idea. In the future, I would love a debate between B and one of the liberal texters on a topic, too. Now, people really need to hear debaters to know how to talk with one another about topics.
And I'm going to be honest, I am not a debater.
Yeah.
That I have never been on a debate team. I've never practiced. I've never, but I think I can hold my own.
I was a debater. I won several debates in college.
On the short bus.
I seriously doubt that.
I did.
What was the biggest topic you wanted to debate on?
Well, back then, this is the debate team I was on in 1984. Remember, a lot of things happening in 1984. Bush was the new president. Papa Bush.
Stall.
No,
don't have an answer to the question, so I'm going to stall.
No, the one of the debates question was, should we have the his famous volunteer program? What was that called? 1,000 Lights.
Here we go. Here we go.
1,000 Lights.
Here we go.
Is it going to work or not? And I was
1,000 points of light.
Yep. And I was on the 4 team for it, and we won that debate. We went to North Texas.
I was just listening to what Kerry Jean-Pierre said, that we've never defaulted on, the United States has never defaulted on our debt. Now, we've had plenty of government shutdowns where we shut down and then came back to the table. I'm going to ask a very important question. With the riches that we have in this country, with the taxes that we collect in this country, last tax session, the highest taxes that we've ever collected in America. Why are we borrowing money?
Good question.
I'm just, why are we borrowing money? We are one of the richest countries in the world.
New Mexico.
Why are we borrowing money? I'm just asking. I'll wait for somebody to explain that to me.
Hey, Tom, what year were you talking about you were on the debate team?
1984.
Okay, you realize that Bush wasn't president until 88, right?
Oh, wait a second. Oh, I think my lung is going to explode.
I was in the neighborhood.
I mean, when I lie, I'm making some really good lies.
How are you going to win a debate when you can't even get the facts straight, bro?
Well, I got the year wrong. That's what I got.
Oh, thank you.
Do you know what year you went to school?
Yes. But I was invited back to be on the.
But the whole point.
Oh, so you weren't in school. You were invited back as a special debater.
The whole point.
I knew it was a special.
But the whole thing was that he was made a big thing about, Bush was president and it was 1,000 points of light and blah, 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 blah. And that's what I was asked about. And yet that wasn't true.
It was true.
And now if you'd have said like 1,000 debates in 1 year, 1,000 buffets in 1 year, I would have bought into it. Okay. Yes, you succeeded.
Here we go, Mr. Debater.
Okay, what's up?
And you said you won debates, so you must have been proficient at it.
Not pretty good, I guess.
What's the meaning when I say straw man argument?
Straw man argument means you don't have an argument. Anything else?
Well, no, but that's not the meaning of it. But considering you was making a straw man argument, I thought I'd ask for it, but never mind.
Anything
else? I bet B can tell me what a straw man argument is.
Tell him, B.
That would be maybe something that's built up and fake. I'm just...
Straw man argument is one of the debates that I had in college was whether nuclear proliferation between the countries of Russia and the United States during the Cold War could have been helped by a simple SALT treaty. Similar SALT treaties had an effect.
Tom, since you're the big debater, what are the 4 types of debates?
Oh, there's several types of debates.
Now, Russ probably knows it.
Russ, what are the 4 types of debates?
You have a direct, you just put me on the spot here. You have a direct and then a confrontational, non-confrontational debate, and a subject matter, which isn't a debate, but it's called a debate, but subject matter discussion on opposing topics.
And there's also like parliamentarian debate, Lincoln Douglas debate,
right?
Examination debate, academic debate.
But they're
Like
all
a Lincoln Douglas debate is open, doesn't have any time. They can all talk.
But they're under the same umbrella. So.
And so the Lincoln debate would be like, if you get it wrong, you get shot, right?
Ouch!
Oh, did I get that wrong?
Ouch!
Damn!
Oh, damn!
Oh, wow!
B.
Paramount Pictures guy laying off. They're shutting down MTV News. How long have they been on the air? Paramount cutting 25% of all of their domestic staff.
Golly, that's a lot of people, dude.
And Jonathan Majors does not enter a plea deal. Assault charges. He was arraigned yesterday. Jonathan Majors. Why does that name ring a bell? Is he an actor? I'm going to be honest, I have no idea who the hell he is. Jonathan Majors. Now, if you'd have said Jim Neighbors, Tom would have got that. Just throwing it. Yeah, Jim Neighbors, he'd been, I know who that is.
Jonathan Majors was the actor he was in the new Creed movie. He was Kang the Conqueror in the Marvel movies.
Was he?
New health recommendations coming out, Tom. Mammograms. When's the last time you had your mammogram?
Men do need to take one, by the way.
So they're now saying you should start taking mammograms at the age of 40 instead of waiting until you're 50. This is serious stuff. But, that women should start at 40 and not 50. And the schedule for the next NFL season is going to be announced tomorrow night, 8 p.m. on, where would they do that? Oh, the NFL Network. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Had no idea. And according to a video footage that surfaced online, a woman was removed from Frontier Airlines, a flight, after passengers voted to have her kicked off. Wait. Is this like Survivor? They can vote to have you kicked off? By the way, the lady got the last laugh because she didn't have to fly Frontier. So everybody can vote to have you removed because they don't like the hat you're wearing or the shirt you're wearing or the cologne you're wearing. That just doesn't seem fair. What is this, the Pete Buttigieg rule? I can't wait to have my Trump 2024 hat when I fly back in June. Oh, that'll be interesting. All right, Tom, wrap up the text. I got a couple more stories. We'll take a break.
All right, so the texter says, when you debate, you do not have to know the truth. It says, if you can dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with BS, says the texter.
There you go.
And I will bring facts and whatever else I need to bring.
Dude, when have you ever brought facts to an argument?
I was going to say, your creative facts that are in the neighborhood.
Right.
You know, like Bush in 1984, I debated and I was really debating about his dad.
Okay.
All the texters are texting the same thing.
Yes.
Tom is a master debater. Yes, he is.
See, this is the difference. You get things wrong, and it doesn't bother you.
Right.
The fact that I didn't answer that one simple question right a while ago because I didn't understand exactly what he was asking. This is going to bother me all day long. It's going to bother me all day long. This is the difference in me and you.
All right,
Ross, I wasn't giving you the gotcha moment.
I know. I just...
Another one.
But that wouldn't bother Tom. It wouldn't.
And Papa Top saying, Killeen is 60 miles northeast of Austin. It's in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Only reason I know this because when I lived in Austin, I had to drive by there and drove right by the bay.
So 6 miles northeast of Austin is in the neighborhood of El Paso?
Well, it's a little bit further out this way, yeah.
A little bit further, just a little bit. just a little bit.
Well, my goodness, isn't Austin a suburb of El Paso, Will?
It is. I mean, it's right there. I mean, their politics are pretty much the same.
Yeah.
And one is being run over by illegals. The other is being run over by Californians moving to Texas.
I was like, liberals? Yeah, it is. You're right.
They're close.
And Dazzle with brilliance asks the texter, Tom A. will fail, he says. I don't know. I'm looking forward to whatever it is, but I need the questions first.
You can't have the questions. New report coming out. CIA may have assisted in obtaining signatures for a letter to discredit the Hunter Biden laptop. Why would they have to discredit? So the CIA, I don't trust the CIA. I don't trust the CIA dating back to the days that they actually got cocaine and brought it into America and put it in black communities. You heard me right. I don't trust the CIA. I don't trust the FBI. I don't trust the Postal Service. I don't trust the Food and Drug Administration. I don't trust any of those people. If anybody believes that the government is here to make your life easier, you've lost your damn mind. So they're working behind the scenes to discredit the Hunter Biden laptop and at the same time help Joe Biden get elected. Do you know how wrong that is? That is more wrong than anybody could ever do by protesting at the Capitol building on January 6th. Way, way wrong. And Anheuser-Busch's CEO, you dumb buffoon, said last week that he is blaming the Bud Light boycott on misinformation. How could it be misinformation? You put forward the ads. You made the contract with Dylan Mulvaney. Nobody else made it. Disinformation. Do you actually think we're that dumb? I don't think so. I think Americans are smart when they open their eyes every once in a while. Disinformation. Problem with Budweiser, they're not an American company anymore. They're foreign owned. And a Florida man accused of randomly stabbing somebody at a gas station, found the gas station employee and stabbed him less than a month after he was let out of jail. See, we keep letting the same people out of jail. Davenport Police Department said that Mark Tucker allegedly just walked into the racetrack convenience store and stabbed the clerk several times. Less than a month after he had gotten out of jail. 8:55 morning show this morning if you're driving on 128. Reminding you that the Twin Wells fuel station is there for you. Exit on Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles and fill her up. They've got diesel, green diesel, red diesel, DEF, unleaded. And if you haven't seen this place, they, like I said, they're right off of 128, open to the public, huge covered area. And they do accept all fleet cards, credit cards, and debit cards. So if you're driving on 128 and need fuel, head to the Twin Wells fuel station, exit on Buck Jackson Road. Wrapping up news next.
All right, Tom is wrong. In 1984, Reagan was president, not Bush, he says. And another texter says the FBI paid Twitter to censor all political posts in the last election.
I don't trust any of those folks.
And Tom,
none of them.
Yeah, Tom, how far is Juarez, Mexico to El Paso, Texas? It's right across the border. Just walk over there. And B, the CIA needs to fill their pockets too from Biden's money he's getting from the Ukraine, Russians, and the Chinese. That's why they want to discredit that laptop. That's Brandon from Artesia this morning.
I don't trust any of them. None of them. Tom, you trust the CIA?
No.
Oh, now you're saying it.
No, I never
Just
have.
because I said it.
Do you trust him?
And I wanted to point out this text. I bet I've beaten Will to this because I know which one he would read. That's enough about Trump. He's not going to be in the House anymore. You guys need to move on and find a new candidate for president. You know, that would be the worst thing that could happen. That'd be the worst thing that could happen for Democrats. if y'all do something that legally keeps Donald Trump off the ballot, there'll be such a backlash on that the Republicans could run you and win. Believe me.
They could run Tom and win.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine that. You know, last time I said that I would vote for Tom over somebody, it was Tim Jennings.
Right?
I did. I said, I guarantee you I'd vote for Tom A before I'd vote for Tim Jennings.
You know, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he's going to run for a political office, and I said, "You're Republican. We need a Republican to run for Heinrich's position. Why don't you run? I will be your political advisor."
You'll be their political advisor?
What are you laughing for?
A Democrat being a Republican's political advisor.
Wait. Let me go back.
What?
To doing a simple task like filling out the ascertainments. But you're going to do somebody's scheduling. You're going to keep them on task. Don't waste your money.
I'll be their advisor.
My
I
advice.
know how to win. I know how that person can win.
Dude, when's the last time you won?
What did I run for? It's been a while and I won. It was a little bitty.
You do have that umpire board. All right, we got to take a break. News this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters in the home store, Broadmoor Mall, extensive collection of FR jeans, coveralls, gloves, whatever you need, they've got you covered. Safety gear, steel toe boots. And right there in the same location, they got furniture, appliances, electronics, zero down financing. Talk to them about that. And right next door is Scrub Outfitters. They've got a huge selection of scrubs, the largest selection of scrubs in 100 miles. And if they don't have the color you're looking for or the style, let them know. They'll get them for you. They've got compression socks. They've got shoes, medical equipment, Scrub Outfitters, and Rig Outfitters. Find them both inside the Broadmoor Mall. KWMW, Malgamore, 105.1 FM, better known as W105. Straight up 9 o'clock. We're coming right back on W105.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. New York House Republican George Santos is under arrest, charged by federal prosecutors fraud.
A Wall Street background, college degrees, and a history as a star volleyball player. Many, including some in his own party, have urged Santos to resign, but he has resisted, recently going so far as to announce he will run for re-election.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. Annual inflation is below 5% for the first time in nearly 2 years, but consumer prices are up from the month before.
The Consumer Price Index for April rose at the expected 0.4% pace, though there was a more modest increase than forecast for the year ending in April. The CPI was up 4.9%.
Fox's Jenny Casola. Stocks are higher to start the day on Wall Street. America's listening to Fox News.
This Eunice update being brought to you by Guns Up Services, 2403 Avenue O, proudly supporting the Eunice Cardinals.
Guns Up Services, LLC of Eunice, support the community for over 13 years, wants to wish the Eunice Cardinals another winning year, and are also encouraging everyone to show up in support of all Eunice sport. With oil field services that range from vacuum trucks, wind trucks, dump trucks, and backhoes, they have frac tanks, caliche, downhole chemicals, saltwater disposal, and freshwater sales. Guns Up Services, LLC, helping keep our oil field trucking. 2403 Avenue O, Eunice. Or call at 575-399-2457. That's 575-399-2457. Go Cardinals.
The Eunice Cardinals state quarterfinal game against district rival Loving is scheduled for Thursday at 10 a.m. The Cardinals are the defending state champions, but are seeded third in this year's tournament. Loving, however, had to beat Pecos in the play game. Now that they're in, they'll have to play Eunice for the fourth time this season. They were beaten by Eunice 3 times in district play this year. Eunice coach Drew Reynolds.
It tends to happen a lot where we cross with our district opponents, and Loving's a great team, and beating anybody 3 times is hard enough. beat them a fourth time on that type of stage, so we've got our work cut out.
The winner of this game will take on Manal Oak Grove. They are the second seed in the tournament. So now it's do or die for the rest of the season for the Cardinals.
That's it. 3 games left, and I feel like our best baseball is probably still ahead of us. And but we got to put 3 good games together
and bring home the blue trophy.
This Eunice Cardinals update has been brought to you by Guns Up Services, 2403 Avenue O in Eunice, proudly serving the community for over 13 years. Go Cardinals!
Summer is just around the corner. Make your home a place you can relax and entertain with help from Floors to Go. The National Flooring Extravaganza sale is going on now. Save on carpet as low as $1.99 a square foot, including pad and installation. Wood vinyl plank from $1.49 a square foot. Come shop the amazing selection and prices at Floors to Go, 2704 North El Paso in Hobbs. Hurry, sale ends May 31st.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So, you've got an oil change coming up. Consider STP Conventional High Mileage to save on motor oil for your everyday vehicle. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP oil filter for only $26.99. Do the complete job for the right price. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
DQ presents The Sound of Summer Calling. Hey, it's me, Summer. I know you're busy with Beach Days Little League games and all the other fun in the sun, but you gotta get to DQ ASAP Pronto right now. The new Summer Blizzard menu is here, and it brought 5 iconic summer flavors, like new peanut butter puppy chow and s'mores. Oh yeah, it's back. Oh, that's my other line. Everyone is pumped about this new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. I gotta go. Q. Get it in the app. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Hi, good morning. The forecast for the southeast plains of New Mexico is temperatures in Roswell at 94 degrees this afternoon, and the wind occasionally gusty. 93 in Carlsbad, Artesia, and in Hobbs and Lovington, a slight chance for thunderstorms, a high temperature in the lower 90s. Now, by tomorrow on Thursday, a slight chance for thunderstorms in Hobbs, Lovington, with a high temperature in the upper 80s. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
You will listen to every damn word I have to say! Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Facebook Live video brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
Very discreet, but I'll haunt your dreams.
And good morning to you. It is another day, 9:05. Tommy in charge of the text. He's the guy. And by the way, he'll debate you while you're on the phone and he's answering the phone when he's doing, contests. He will debate you. I'm just giving you a warning on that. All right, number 877-396-W105-906.
You know, the only thing Tom is run for is the buffet. And then he lost his wallet. Laugh out loud, says the texter.
Wait, I left it again. B, you think we can stop at Wendy's and eat?
Oh,
dude,
well.
I'm ready to get home. I'm really not hungry. I ate a big breakfast. Well, I'll pay.
And I did twice, by the way.
When?
Well, you just
don't confuse me for somebody else.
Does Tom
Oh, wait. I left my wallet in the car.
Does Tom know
Oh,
what
good. I'll put that on social media. That way, Tom's wallet is in his car. It's parked at the radio station.
So does Tom know what the CIA stands for? The Central Intelligence Agency.
Well, that's why he's against them. Intelligence.
Yeah.
You can't have that.
It's a Rusbit. You gotta read this one, but I'll read it. Don't trust a FART much less than anything else, says the texter.
So what?
Okay, you didn't even read that right. Tom don't trust a fart, much less anything else.
You didn't have to say that.
Well, you could say fart.
Oh, okay, well. That sounds nasty.
You're nasty.
You are. I've seen the video.
No. And you know what? I'm going to wipe your butt on the floor.
I'm just going to throw it out there. My wife had to do that when I was in the hospital. So I don't want to owe anybody else.
Travis and Russell says,
believe me, Mother's Day's coming up.
Right.
I don't want to have to owe anybody else.
Travis and Russell says, that would be a good experiment. Get somebody to run for Republican office and have them do whatever Tom says. I contribute to see that happen, says Travis this morning. I'm
a twisted son of a gun. Everybody knows that. But I'm also, comic relief from time to time. And she got mad at me last week because I said things at dinner in open company about the worst thing I was worried about wouldn't happen after my accident. And, it's who I am. And damn it, I'm sick. I'll be 64 in a couple months. You're not changing me. It's not changing. I'm just not going to change. Other day, I was in the bathroom, and I called her, and she came in, and she said, "What?" I said, "Well, I just miss you wiping my butt for me." I know, I'm sick. First trailer for Mag 2, The Trench, starring Jason Strahan, has been released. Can't wait for that. Oh, yeah. And reboot of James Cameron 1994 action comedy called True Lives will not return after the first season. Done, finished. It should have been done before it actually started. And scheduled for the NFL, we talked about that. That's coming out tomorrow night, if you're interested in the NFL. And a Utah woman wrote a children's book about how to deal with grief following her husband's death, is now being charged with killing her husband.
Wow.
Yeah, she had already mixed a drink for him, and then the dude never woke up. Autopsy shows that he died of fentanyl overdose that was delivered orally. So she wrote the book about how to grieve, but she really wasn't grieving.
Wow.
Pretty sad. Pretty sad. You ever thought about stealing a bunch of sneakers?
No.
So in Peru, these thieves stole 200 sneakers. You notice I didn't say pair, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they took all 200 right foot shoes.
Okay.
Wow. By the way, they said about 13,000 in damages, and it's hard to sell the right without the left. I mean, unless you know somewhere you can go where people, only have a right leg. But nowadays, we got more people moving over to the left. I digress. All right, text line 877-396-W105.
Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning. You are on B in the Breakfast Club.
Talk about getting the foot of the game, huh?
I'm telling you.
No, I was just calling real quick. Hey, about all this stuff that's going on. Let y'all know. I know I live here in Carlsbad, the systems here. When you drop the kid off at school, they had all kinds of precautionary. They were letting nobody in the school.
That's every school in South.
And I was just letting y'all know, hey, I guess I don't know why these stupid people have to be doing stupid things to kids. That's all I got to say, man.
Yeah, I mean, leave the kids alone. But you know what?
They didn't do nothing to nobody. Everybody's hating.
Yeah, between groomers and haters and all, I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
Hey, B, I just wanted to just tell you, man, I kept up on you, man. I hope you get well soon. I took a bike fall not too long ago. A while back, too. I broke my collarbone. I had a fractured broke 4 ribs. I got some damage done too, man. I didn't have a helmet on. I was going about 35 miles an hour and hit a curb.
Man, God bless you. I'm glad you're upright now.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
you know, it
It's been about a
it
year.
did teach me one thing. You best wear a helmet, because after my head bounced off the concrete 3-4 times, yeah, I don't know if I can come back from that.
It taught me to be humble to people now, because when you're down and you're out, you don't realize how many people are there to help you and to do this and that.
No
that's
doubt.
never there. And you take 5 steps back and look at what's going on.
No doubt. You're right.
God
You're
bless,
right.
man.
But it's glad.
Hey, God bless.
everybody's
Glad you're upright, bro.
I'm sorry.
Thanks,
I think his phone's cutting in and out there.
Whoopi Goldberg did not appreciate Sonny Hostin ousting her as a phantom farter. Yeah, Whoopi was like, did you have to say it? Well, I mean, we talk about everything on The View, right? And the smeller is the feller, right, Tom?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Biden announces a plan to make planes run on time. Yesterday, Biden and Pete Buttigieg came together on one podium and announced their plan to create a rule to endorse U.S. airline flights that they run on time, and a speech outlining the initiative to require airlines to compensate and accommodate customers if they don't run on time. How many airlines have defaulted in the past 20 years? Yeah, look, I'm not saying I'm not saying they haven't taken advantage of us. Will they compensate me like a price of a ticket? Look, airline industry has never done, and they gave me one free damn drink. Just throwing it out there. And a local mother is accused of setting up the murder of her daughter. Well, her daughter's boyfriend. Police say the local mother set up a deadly fight between her son and the daughter's boyfriend. At first, police arrested Elizabeth Chavez's teen son, believing that he had killed the sister's boyfriend. However, they now claim it was actually Chavez who killed him and let her son take the fall. Oh, isn't that very motherly? Prosecutors want to keep her in jail until her trial. Judge will make that decision in just a couple days. Police say they also found child pornographic stuff on the mother's phone. My God, what a mother of the year. And Tucker Carlson will start doing a podcast on Twitter. He already has kind of a podcast on Twitter, but he'll start doing a podcast on Twitter. Don't look at that to be his only venture. He's kind of sitting out his non-compete at this point. Tucker went into great detail in a recent interview about accusations that he made that Fox is a fraud. They breached this contract, and also said that Fox News has a bunch of liberals working behind the scenes. How many times have we said that? That things changed at Fox.
Many.
I think we said it a bunch.
As it stands right now, Tucker's announcement about his Twitter thing, 94.6 million views.
Wow.
Oh,
well, and here's the thing. Jimmy Kimmel came out and was criticizing Tucker, and then Megyn Kelly did a whole segment on it, saying basically one episode of Jimmy Kimmel costs, all these millions of dollars, and yet he can't even hold a candle to a fraction of the audience that Tucker gets just on a post.
She has been at the defense for Tucker Carlson. He has been a friend to her. They've been friends for years.
Yep.
And look, Tucker Carlson came from a very wealthy family. What did his family, where did they make their money?
Was it tires?
Was it TV dinners?
Maybe TV dinners. One of the two.
Why are you laughing?
Oh, I thought it was tires. Remember the Tucker tires?
You were laughing because you're tired?
No, the Tucker tires. You remember the Tucker tires?
I don't think it's tires. Yes, Tucker Tires. Yeah, his family named the business Tucker, even though he had nothing to do with the business. Wow. I know he was very wealthy. The family was very wealthy.
Swanson, apparently.
Swanson. There you go. TV dinners.
It's in there, bro.
Damn, Tom.
You gotta go to the store.
It was tires. I know the turkey, the Swanson turkey. It tastes like you're eating tires, but whatever, bro.
I love them tires. Them turkey.
All right, we're going to come back. Good news of the day coming up next. Keep you updated with everything going on. Taking a break. It's already 9:18. News this morning being brought to you by Made Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Made Trailer Sales. Fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, ultralights. They've got all of those and more, new and pre-owned, and they're all up on the website. You can take virtual tours of every unit they have. MainTrailerSalesInc.com, 575-622-1751, MainTrailerSalesInc.com. Find out more information today. Let's qualify, folks. Coming back. Tradio's just around the corner. Good news of the day and more. We're W105.
Benny's Western Store in Artesia and Carlsbad presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now. Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money. I want it now.
Call in now to win.
MTD Radio News. I'm Joe Miller. Well, dozens of farmers from Socorro, Valencia, and Bernalillo counties, as well as the Isleta Pueblo, rode to Albuquerque on their tractor Monday to protest. They spoke out about how the Middle Rio Grande Conservancy district's being run. The farmers that made the trip said they rode up because they want a seat at the table when it comes to decisions about water and infrastructure that affect their livelihoods. Farmers said they made the slow trek to protest years of grievances and concerns, which they say have fallen on deaf ears. Brent Sullivan was 12 years old when he died from an overdose of fentanyl in 2021. It was a tragedy that rocked the Carlsbad community and led to charges filed against Sullivan's mother and grandmother, who authorities believe supplied the drug to the boy. His mother, 37-year-old Alexis Murray, was charged in the weeks following her son's death with a count each of child abuse resulting in death and child abuse not resulting in death. Investigators allege she illegally dealt fentanyl, making it available to her son before he was found dead in the backyard of his grandmother's property. A federal inmate who's also the suspect of the disappearance and apparent murder of a Roswell man 6 years ago will remain incarcerated at the Chavez County Detention Center while he awaits trial. The judge approved a motion to hold 35-year-old Alfonso Vasquez pending trial. The decision to grant the motion came after the May 3rd Google Meet hearing, where Vasquez's attorney waived the right to pretrial detention and preliminary hearings in the case. Vasquez charged in relation to the 2018 disappearance and apparent death of 39-year-old Freddie Brisane. And that's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17, in-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
DQ presents The Sound of Summer Calling. Hey, it's me, Summer. I know you're busy with Beach Days Little League games and all the other fun in the sun, but you gotta get to DQ ASAP Pronto right now. The new Summer Blizzard menu is here, and it brought 5 iconic summer flavors, like new peanut butter puppy chow and s'mores. Oh yeah, it's back. Oh, that's my other line. Everyone is pumped about this new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. I gotta go. See ya, DQ. Get it in the DQ. Happy tastes good.
You've imagined that perfect home, designed it in your mind. At Destiny Real Estate, it's dreams that we provide. We buy or sell residential ranches, lots and more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
If you're looking to rent, please join our website at www.destinyluxuryrental.com. I've got everything from a little 2-bedroom all the way up to a 10,000 square foot home with an indoor swimming pool. Again, that's destinyluxuryrental.com. And I'm needing some more homes. If you're wanting to make a little extra income, just give me a call. Rhonda Burns, 575-257-3000. At Destiny Real Estate, our business is built on dreams and imagination. Telephone 575-257-3000.
Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
Take the short drive to the Cool Pines of Ruidoso and shop Sierra Blanca Motors inventory reduction sale. The 2024s are on their way, and they've got to make room. Choose a 2022 Gladiator, Mojave, or Rubicon and pay an incredible $2,500 under invoice. Browse their inventory of Chevy, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram at SierraBlancaMotors.com. Reserve your new or used truck, SUV, 4x4, or luxury vehicle today. Sierra Blanca Motors. They make it simple with no addendums or markups.
Sutherland's of Carlsbad is here for all your home improvement and DIY projects. Visit Sutherlands.com for how-to tips and guides. Skip the hassle. Buy online and pick up in-store for free at 2101 South Canal in Carlsbad. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, and plywood to fencing, power tools, and furniture, Sutherland's has what you need for the job, plus great financing options. Sutherland's, helping Americans build it better since 1917.
Now open to the public. Space Jump. Space Jump is a state-of-the-art indoor trampoline park in Hobbs, New Mexico, offering a zip line, ninja obstacle course, dodgeball, basketball, climbing wall, jousting, and a large open jump area, 3 party rooms, and a full cafe. Space Jump offers something for every age with glow-in-the-dark jump times on the weekends for teens and toddler jump times during the weekdays. Open now to the public. Space Jump. Experience high-octane fun and unforgettable memories at Space Jump. 3314 North Grimes and Hobbs. Visit SpaceJumpUSA.com for more info.
And the Breakfast Club in the morning, W105.
That the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Sometimes you're sack tapping your buddies. Sometimes you pat your teammate on the butt after a home run. Sometimes you hug your bromance. And sometimes your frat sings Lady Gaga to sorority girls.
I want your loving, I want your revenge. You and me could write a
Sometimes you just have to let things go. They're no big deal. Bud Light. Please, just let it go.
9:25. I thought I would leave you with that before we get to the good news of the day. Tom A. in charge. You like Lady Gaga. You were a big fan of Lady Gaga.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah. Favorite song by Lady Gaga, Tom?
Is Gulaga, 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 Gaga.
Wow.
It kind of sounded like Poker Face, actually.
I can see why you like it. Border Patrol agents asking immigrants to turn themselves in. Yeah, I mean, if you're in El Paso wandering the streets, Border Patrol actually saying, turn yourself in. They have been putting up signs in Spanish language informing folks to just turn themselves in. Look, turn yourself in. I mean, we're just going to process you and just let you back out. Don't worry about it. Joe Biden has a plan. Tomorrow night at midnight is when all hell breaks loose.
Mm-hmm.
We're not that far off. Tomorrow night at midnight, Title 42 is gone. And they will not, I mean, Joe Biden with a stroke of the pen, extend Title 42. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We've got 1 million people that are standing ready to come. If you have not watched the videos, I know some of you are not on social media, but take my word, they are there right across the border, and we can't stop them. We can't stop them. The enemy is at the gate, and we can't stop them. Terrible management, terrible planning. We can't stop them. Texas will stop them because they have the intestinal fortitude. New Mexico ain't stopping nobody. Just saying. So, so they're handing out the flyers, Border Patrol, saying just turn yourself in. It's a very, very scary time for Americans. And it's sad because the number one thing that the government is supposed to do is take care of citizens, not take care of foreigners, not take care of foreign countries, not take money from foreign countries. Oh, that's a whole different thing on Joe Biden. Hey, Will, on your good news, do you have the story about the pregnant woman that catches a falling child?
No.
So, a pregnant woman in Iowa catches a falling child from a 2-story building.
Oh, my.
While walking her dog. She's 33 weeks pregnant. Iowa woman caught a neighbor's son in her arms after he fell from 2 stories off a balcony in Des Moines, Iowa. Carrie Jones noticed the 2-year-old was throwing stuff out the window when he fell. She had the presence of mind to grab the child, catch the child, grab the child, and return the child to its mother.
Holy cow.
Right.
Yeah, crazy story. All right, wrap up the text. Good news, then we're going to go.
All right, so the Republicans, the text says, need to learn how to beat the Democrats at their own game. We need to find a strong female Republican, even better if she was a minority, and have her run for president. My opinion on that, I hope we do, but I don't think America's ready for a woman to be president yet. We shall see.
You dirty dog.
No, I just don't think so. If that was that was it, we already had it. We've already had it.
This coming from the guy who's offended from women who breastfeed in public and is also offended by women in the military, even though his daughter is in the military.
Don't send him to the foxholes. That's my deal.
Hey, I wouldn't mind sharing a foxhole with him. I'm just throwing it out.
But just sometimes
All right,
some
Tom,
things
wrap
I'm
her up.
for
Hurry
a
up.
woman. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk and get it done.
Oh, no, I can't say that. I wanted to, but I can't say it. It's about you, B.
Can you just get it done?
No, I ain't going to say that one.
All right, good news of the day this morning being brought to you by all this time you had the pre-read. You wonder why I get
I read it. I didn't like it.
Good news of the day being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington, 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. Give him a call today. Herschel Rustin Hayes. Call him today. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
So a California woman ended up homeless a few years ago, but talk about turning things around. She's back in school, about to get her associate's degree. She also is getting married later this year, and to top it all off, she just hit the lottery for $5 million. She says she plans to buy a house and invest the rest. CNN just did a story on a Girl Scout troop in New York called Troop 6000. All the girls in it are experiencing homelessness and or living in shelters. All the money they make selling cookies helps pay for them to go on trips and to get their families into permanent housing. A mom started it while living in a shelter with her 5 kids in 2017. Since then, they've raised over $1.6 million. And finally, 31-year-old Ironman athlete from England was vacationing in South Africa on Sunday when he saved the lives of 2 kids walking past the beach. He saw a teenager drowning. He dove in and saved him. Well, as soon as he got back to dry land, he saw another teenager lying face down in the sand and saved him too. He thinks the second kid tried to save the first kid and then started drowning. Both kids wound up being fine thanks to this 31-year-old Ironman athlete. And that is the good news of the day.
Good news of the day being brought to you by Herschel Rustin Hayes. Call him today. Tradio coming up next. News this morning being brought to you by Rocha Air Conditioning and Heating. Enrique Rocha, guy saves us a lot of money over the years at W105. This guy has the experience to take care of all your air conditioning and heating needs. it's going to be warm today. We'll be in the 90s. You'll figure it out fairly quick that you're probably going to need that air conditioner repaired. Call right now, 575-631-1999. Maybe the air conditioner is not able to be repaired and you need a new unit. Well, Enrique can talk to you about new technology like inverter-driven heat pump systems and that type of stuff and show you how to upgrade your old system. Give him a call, 575-631-1999. Call him today. God bless America. God bless you. I'm out of here. Tradio's coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow for the Thursday edition of Being the Breakfast Club on W105. Later.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. House Republicans say bank records show the Biden family received more than $10 million from foreign companies, mostly during Joe Biden's vice presidency.
The Bidens have received